watching this, sue Slimer. Like these people who have, like, they have children. Can you not take them to the park?
Rage, more rage.
I gave my cat away for you.
Cutie's doing video.
Hi, me again. Hi, are you serving cheeseburgers right now? That hot dog is juicy. I'm not fucking gay. He's my brother. He's my brother. You know? You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck. Hillbilly, crap, white trash people.
Hello, everybody. Whoop, almost dropped my phone. Thank God I didn't. I just took the screen protector off of my camera. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you, lovely people in chat. Panda Pondu, Dinky, Street Carb, My Nero Spicy Life, Indy Tarot, Sugar Pop Lily May, Sassy Mama, Fondue, Carrie, Sushi, Our Foodie Beauty. Hello, hello, Emotional Sport Muffin. My Love of Christ, Shannon, Just Deb, Katie, Can Barely, Fondue, hello, Mango Kush, Claudio Beach Ball, good to see you, hun, Pig Demon, Just Jamie, Angry Water, Fifi48, Cantel Marie, Dixie Normus, Syrian Prison Bees, hello, Lisa Manning, good to see you, stranger, Diving with a Blasted Berry, 8553, Fairy Nymph, hello, Undercover Possum, Sassy Mama, KK, hello. Paul literally just got the boot out of here. Already coming in here, starting his shit. He is now in there with his mother. Thank you, KK, for the support, girl. Appreciate you. Hello, Mish. Good to see you. Randy, hello, girl. Jiggly, RA, Mac Attack, Pink Stars. Bridget, Little Lossy, Erin Rose, My Love of Crafts, Tina B, Maggie Flowers. Excuse me, where's Freya? Or is it a different Freya that told us to feel the wrath of God yesterday? That's a great question. Are you talking about in Chantel's chat? I'm pretty sure you're speaking of in Chantel's chat. Were we watching that part? I think so. Or did I hear that by myself? I don't think I was watching by myself yesterday, so I think it was during the live snipe that I heard that. We love a pet that's a shit starter. Here goes Harlow on her bullshit already this morning. Hello, ma'am. Wicked Crafter, good to see you. I love Black Cats 007. Hello. Yikes, it's Mama Mitchell. Good to see you. Bella Wolf. So listen, Chantel's bullshit that she was pulling yesterday, I only watch what I watch with you guys. And thank you all so much for showing up and showing out during Just Saying stream yesterday. You guys did amazing. Please pat yourselves on the back. We love a supportive community. Hello, Max. Good to see you. Tony. Panda Pondu, Butter Crumpet, hello. Rosee, roll around, bare ass cooking. Cutie, who, bitch? Yeah, that shit that she's pulling, I don't understand it. It's listen, normally you can figure out Chantel. Like, you can somewhat read between the lines and figure out what her funkle brain is up to. I'm going to be honest. I'm stumped. I mean, I do have it figured out to some extent, and it all comes down for me to Salah. It's always going to come back to Salah, and you're not going to be able to convince me of anything else but Salah. And I got to thinking this morning, I was in the other room getting ready, and I told Sam, I was like, you know what? I said, so she went live around like 7 o'clock last night. And so I'm pretty sure this is what I've figured out, at least in my brain, right? I think that Chantel is on his schedule. Do you all get that feeling that Chantel is trying to stay on Salah's schedule? Like, so she came live right at the time, I think, pretty soon that Salah would be waking up out of bed. And I could be wrong about that. Hello, Miss T. Drag this thing like only you can. Different Freya and Rosie's chat telling us to feel the wrath. No, I know. Hey, Freya, eat a dick. Not our Freya, though. Miss T, thank you for the support, girl. I appreciate you. Imagine using God in your internet slap fights. What is wrong with these people? You think so? absolutely his schedule. Yeah, and it just dawned on me today. I'm like, wait a minute. So she didn't come live till last night, right? So I don't necessarily think that she's, well, she is staying up all night, keeping an eye on him, FaceTiming him, and she's probably sleeping when he sleeps, and she gets up right before he's due to get up to do her live stream. That's fucking wild and insane. Can you imagine living your life like that? Buttercrumpet says she goes live when he goes to sleep and she's on the phone all day watching him. It's the only thing keeping her calm. And he's allowing that, bro. He's allowing that. That's why I keep telling you all, for the naysayers, like, he's still in this whatever it may be, as far as like hoping that she'll send money, and then, when she finally gives up, then that's it. He'll move on. Or maybe he's even going to allow her back to wherever he's going to end up. I don't know. All I know is that I can tell you 100% that Salah is absolutely still keeping Chantel on the hook, and she's never going to ever move on from that situation. She will give up everything. And we've seen this same thing play out with the dishwasher. Chantel will give up absolutely everything. And what's so crazy is that once you give up everything for this man, Foodie, he's not going to want you anymore. Because once, and you know this. How do we know that she knows this, ladies and gentlemen?
You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money. Okay, good luck.
Money. So if you give up everything for Salah, what makes you think that he's going to stick around? You're tanking your channel still. You're barely going live. And when you do, you're just sitting there reading chat. Nobody wants to watch that. Nobody is invested in that. How are you going to manage to pay your Canadian rent among every fucking thing else that you have to pay and still be able to pay for Salah? That is when I will circle back around for that entertainment. She's plotting her re-entry. I think so too. So in the meantime, we're going to pivot over for today anyways and watch Quirky Love Rose basically talking about her demonetization and how she was denied on her appeal. Like, we knew that, and I knew that Rosee got denied because I was a member on Rosee's channel because I wanted to see what she was doing behind her paywall, right? I don't care. I'll pay the money. But so when you looked at Rosee's memberships or whatever, it would just say paused. And when she got denied her appeal for her monetization, that's when the emails went out to members that, your membership was canceled. I can't remember exactly what it said. So that's when I knew that Rosee more than likely had lost her appeal for her monetization. And from what I've heard is that it seems like most people don't get, they always get denied for the majority. There might be people over there who put in for an appeal on their monetization and win. But for anybody who I have had experience with in this community who have lost their monetization, they seem like they always get denied when they try to do their appeal, and then they wait the 90 days and they usually get their monetization back. She was being boring behind that paywall. 10KD, you know what? I wasn't even watching that much. He faked the hospital visit. Are you talking about Salah? Anyways, let me get her pulled up on the screen here. It's titled Let's Chat and Content Life Updates. Content and Life Updates. Cannot wait to hear, Quirky. I'm sure I'm going to be calling her Foodie throughout the stream. What her content and life updates are going to be. Let's see here. There's our girl. Look at her back in her kitchen still, you don't have a place to stream. I mean, I don't care. I think the kitchen content is great. For one, I'm not celebrating the fact that Rosee lost her monetization. I understand what other people do. But I find the content with the 600-pound woman in her kitchen entertaining. And so when she no longer has her monetization, she claims that she's going to have to go out and seek employment elsewhere. Whereas then we don't have content of the 600-pound woman constantly feeding in her kitchen. I know what you're saying. I'm a sicko, and that's fine and that's fair. But let me just say this, okay? I understand the community's celebration of not just Rosee, but Amberlynn and, Chantel, hopefully. And I really honestly don't care. I would sit here and be a liar if I said I'm celebrating with you guys, because we've been covering these girls for years at this point as a community. So as they lose their monetization, I mean, Rosee, she's given us a little bit of a chase, but I will say this much. Rosee said yesterday that she's going to come after people who use her, what's it called? Her, her Patreon content. Now, I've been told that you can fair use her Patreon content. So I'm curious as to how that will play out for people who are going to cover her Patreon content, if she will have the cojones to actually go after them. So anyways, my point is, like when the girls disappear, like the Amber Lynn Reed reaction community, I mean, I guess they have, I don't know, because I'm not really invested into the Amber Lynn content. I do believe some people are doing like throwbacks or whatever. But I mean, it kind of takes away what they got going on over there. You get what I'm saying? So you have to understand our perspective too. I get your alls, and you also have to understand us. Like, we're here for the fucking shit show. As I've said in the past, that these girls are going to just give us more of a show and eat their money anyways. Who fucking cares? They are living their own karma and stuck in their bodies, to be quite honest. Anyways, let's go on. Let's get started. It's like an hour long. She's sitting at 2,065 views, streamed 15 hours ago, and a whopping 67 thumbs up. That must burn, Miss T. You know that's gotta burn her ass up. Could you imagine if the roles were reversed? Chantel wouldn't be able to help herself. Hello, Brandy. Oh my God. A Rosee stream. Christmas came early. Good morning, Yaba in chat. Replay gang. Replay gang, girl. Listen, the last reaction I did to Rosee was Chef's Kiss. And I believe this is going to be another banger. So stand by for the entertainment, Brandy. And thank you so much for the support, hon. I appreciate you. Oh, I hung up my Christmas cards. Well, the majority. I ran out of what's it called? There we go. Can you see them back there in the background? I ran out of freaking clips, so I have to get some more. But we're getting there. Rosee is the better than Chantel. Okay, Rosee is better than the Chantel nothingness. I agree with that, Manning. Absolutely agreed. So let's get into it. Rosee, you have the floor. And let me just say this, because I'm not, Chantel, I can put Chantel damn near on 3 times speed and be just fine. But you also have to understand Chantel talks really slow, especially when she gets on the Canadian marijuana. So I had Rosee on 2 times speed, and I was like, whoa, girl, slow her down. And even on 1.5 speed, I struggle. So I'm going to start her off in 1.5 speed, but we might end up slowing down. What'd you say, Syrian prison bees? Sometimes subbing and resubbing, remembering to hit the notification. Yeah, if your notifications don't work, unsub, resub, and hit the notification bell. When I was at the DG yesterday, the Christmas stuff is all gone. It's not even half an aisle of it. That's pretty freaking depressing. I don't like that.
Oh, welcome, Lauren, Mama Ann, Clara, Michelle, Tam, Shart Lord, Laganja, Stranja, honey. Hello, welcome in, everyone. We're gonna take a few minutes to let people fully get in. So while we do that, I think I'll make a little electrolyte cocktail mocktail, because we're not drinking anymore. That's just a
Yeah. Oh, you're not drinking anymore, Rosee? You know, Rosee was turning into an absolute wino. Did anybody pick up on that, or was it just me? Rolling around in her kitchen chair, like knocking back 2 bottles of wine, 600 pounds and an alcoholic. Good for you, Rosee, that you finally decided to put the bottle down. Things weren't heading in a good direction, I gotta say. Shelly Ray, thank you so much for gifting 10 the YouTube Underground memberships, girl. Holy shit. Alicia, is it Sinelli? Sheba Snaps, Thelma Lou, Michael, Airy Darling, and Dicky Doo. Wait a minute. Ninja Cupcake. Wait a minute. Holy shit. Carly Goose and Good Morning Glory. There we go. Welcome, all new members.
Every setback is a setup for a comeback.
Hell yeah. That's right, Shelly Ray. And thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you. I still rely on the notification from Bunny's Discord. Full throttle. I'm so glad you're still subscribed to that. She can drink a whole box. Do you say wino or rhino? I guess either could fit at this point, just Deb. Shelly Wright, thank you again, girl. I appreciate you. Go ahead, Rosee. Get yourself hydrated, girl.
Decision I've kind of landed on after experience on my birthday. Hello, Brooke. Hi, Bubbles. Hey, Millie. Hello, Life Unlimited. Hello, Treason. Zoe. Zoe. With Child. Hello, Tim's. Welcome in. Let me get some water real fast.
Are you just scooting around? I know you're tearing up that floor. That floor, absolutely, you're not going to tell me, does not need to be replaced at this time. Holy shit, there's a lot going on back there, huh, girl? Wow, it's a lot of clutter. Look at all this.
Hello, Crafts. Hamlet. Good to see you back.
Rosee, listen, I'm gonna shoot straight with you. I know you don't like me. I don't like you, whatever, but you're gonna hear a lot of truth throughout this stream. You do realize getting up and standing on your feet and walking back and forth to get your water or whatever kind of chores you need to do in your kitchen is probably good for you. With the amount of movement that goes on in your daily life is probably next to nothing. I would imagine it goes from you going to your bed to your kitchen chair where you stay for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. That's not going to be good for the heart, sweetheart. Okay? This is what you need to hear. You don't need people over there encouraging you to stay in that chair and roll back and forth. You need people to tell you that you need to get up off your ass and you need to do some movement. And that's what really honestly got you popped off of the YouTube monetization at the end of the day. Hey, Gary Thomas, my 30th birthday tomorrow. Can I get the congrats? Absolutely, girl. Congratulations on making another year, Gary, and happy birthday to you. Hell yeah.
Good for you.
The house is diabolical. I know it is. I want to see it. Oh, I'd like to see all the house too. I know she's not cleaning the house. I mean, this little kitchen that she has right here, and it's just her and her brother living in that house. That's it. It's her and her brother. And her brother works a full-time job. So it's Rosee. And the kitchen is that cluttered. I can only imagine what the rest of the house looks like. This is probably like the cleanest part in the house, is more than likely why she chooses to film in this area. I mean, obviously the kitchen chair and everything, but I guarantee it's a lot of filth in there too.
Hi, Hamlet. There's a lot to discuss. So, like I said, I want to just give some time for people to get in.
I just can't even imagine being comfortable rolling around in my kitchen like that. Unless I was actually handicapped and I could not use my legs. Like at that point, you don't have a choice. You got to do what you got to do to still function in life. But I don't even know how that's comfortable. Like how you could even get anything done just sitting there and rolling around in that chair. I don't get it. Her parents are hoarders too. Her parents are severe enablers to their daughter. Severe enablers. Her parents are in the chat as well. And let me tell you something about Rosee talking about her demonetization and how it's affecting her family. That's all manipulation. And we're going to get into that as she talks about it. Fondue says, I have an intense urge to tip a kitchen chair. Me too, girl. Let's keep the kitchen chairs out of the kitchen, okay? Unless we're actually handicapped, let's keep the kitchen chairs out of the kitchen for the love of God. Fondue, thank you for the support, hun. Bertha Boyle says, late but here. I have an whatever virus and the struggle is real. What is that? I'm curious, Bertha Boyle. Proud of the support group showing up and showing out last night. Proud to be #support group. Thank you, girl. And I hope whatever that virus is, you get over and heal soon. And thank you for the support, hun. That's a hell of a durable chair. You're not wrong there. You're absolutely not wrong there. It seems to me it would take more effort to push yourself around in a chair than just to get up and walk a few steps. But what do I know? I'm not immobile. Yeah, exactly. And it would take the amount of time for you to do anything in your kitchen would be significantly more. Like when you're in your kitchen and you're cleaning your house and you're doing your dishes and you're cooking your dinner, like at least for me, I'm trying to get shit done. I got other shit I got to do. I'm trying to get the house clean. I'm trying to get, dishes clean, and I want to move on to the next chore at hand, whatever it may be. I need to get the fuck out of that kitchen. If I'm rolling around and doing this and that, I'm going to be there at least an hour longer. I'm trying to get this shit done. But again, when you don't have anything going on in your life, I guess you can spend 8 hours in your kitchen rolling around doing the bare minimum. She wanted Amazon donations for her mom too. Oh, a bad respiratory virus. Oh my goodness, Bertha. Get well soon, hun. Holy shit. It is that time of year for sure. Look at her. She's so proud of herself. Are you rage baiting me right now? Is that what's going on? Is this a rage bait stream, Rosee? What's this shit? That needs to be a fucking notification, bro. I can't believe it. I've never seen somebody so proud of themselves to be rolling around in a kitchen at 600 pounds when they're absolutely capable of walking. She never took her eyes off the camera, bro. She did not look at this shit. That's why you ain't got monetization right now, big girl. Because of this shit right here. Okay, keep playing with fire. Continue, Rosee. Who am I? Who am I to judge you? You're right.
Sorry, I got a booty a little bit around here. Yes, I'm still
You could just walk. I mean, I don't know if you could just walk.
doing merch. Merch is linked in the description. I've got all my links in the description.
Oh my God, set still. My back is hurting at this point just looking at it.
For a bunch of different things. So make sure you check them out. Especially if you're interested in supporting me through this dramatic life shift that I'm doing the best I can to take in stride, you know? Yeah, I can see you, Clara. Zoe, that's a great question. I'm not going to really think too much on that, honestly, until
Do you guys want me to slow her down? I feel like, and I know I like to watch these in 1.5, but if I'm having a hard time kind of keeping up, I would imagine you guys are too. And I'm also going to increase her volume a little bit. I can't do her 1.5. Let's try 1.25 and see what happens.
I do get monetized again whenever that happens. So
Sassy Cat says the chair is the real MVP. Hey, you know what? Can I get an Amazon link to one of them chairs, big girl? Okay. I'm assuming it comes with a lifetime warranty. I'll support you in that right way, Rosee, okay? I'm always looking for some hefty, durable furniture. Sign me up. I'll take 2.
we will see.
Thank you, Sassy Cat.
I'm going to just wait. If I'm going to... Oh, this is the watermelon Propel. Honestly, any of the Propels mixed with this strawberry pineapple dole flavoring, delicious.
Can I ask a question? Honestly, and I'm being serious. Like, are you just drinking this shit when you're live? Like the water and all these sugar-free and like what is it she's trying to get? It just doesn't fit what I'm seeing here on the screen. Is this just a way for you to kind of like manipulate your audience to make them think that you're a healthy girl, with your electrolytes and everything like that? Bertha Boyle says, Rosee and Amber are my kids' ages. Let's just say both own homes, careers with degrees, and I dare them to act up like this while I'm topside. Bertha Boyle, right? Exactly. I think most parents would feel the same. Absolutely. Pull the plug at that point. You damn sure ain't going to catch me in their chat while they're 600 pounds rolling around my motherfucking kitchen. Are you kidding me? Oh, I would have to be in the ground. The only way one of my kids would get away with this shit in my house that belongs to me, I'd have to be dead. Deader than dead. Clara dead. Bertha, thank you for the support, hon. Oh, that was a banger. Sugar Honey Iced Tea says it wouldn't be a dramatic life shift if she didn't do $500 weekly food haul and finance that laptop because everyone else was getting computers. And we're going to talk about that. That is so important. And we're going to circle back around, girl. And thank you so much for the support. I can't wait to talk about what actually is changing in Rosee's life. Okay. Where's Schneffer? Hello, hello. That chair scoot on loop and the peanut sound clip. Oh, our favorite junkie alcoholic made their return last night, in case you weren't aware. Shocking, right before Christmas, bitch. Where's Schneffer? I will keep that in mind, and thank you for the support, hun. Where are Rosee's parents? What happened to them? They left the country to avoid this shit. They left the country because they didn't want to put up with the abuse allegedly from Rosee, their daughter. That's my theory, my conspiracy theory for sure. And it makes a lot of sense. But don't worry, they're still in chat, giving their girl all their support. Corvid said, still dark here in Cali, waking up with a bit of chronic pain, but Yaba's my morning medicine. Aw, thanks for the laughs. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. And healing energy your way, hun. Vibe says, I feel sorry for Rosee's roaches. Poor things are going to starve now that she's demonetized. Poor things. We'll be thinking about you, cockroaches, through the holiday season. Rob, thank you for the support, hun. Yeah, sending love and pain-free vibes, girly. Okay, go ahead, Rosee. Continue.
Yes. Hey, Jessica.
You at this point, you might as well let me tell you something, Rosee, because if you want me to believe that you're not babysitting a 2-liter full sugar Dr. Pepper 2-liter when the camera's not rolling, I know for an absolute fact that you are. Okay, so why don't you just do that on camera? Because I don't believe that you're sitting around sipping on your water all day.
Your girl needs to hydrate, so I've been doing a little bit more of these, help make the drinks that I have currently, like glass and stuff.
Whatever, bro.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be rolling my eyes through the majority of this stream.
Taylor, hey everybody. All right, guys, it is great to see all of you here. So, I think I'm just gonna come out the gate with what I haven't been saying, the things that I have been giving to myself. It has been some time since my appeal was denied. I decided.
Carol says, Rosee is extra cringy lately. Could not raw dog. The cringier, the better. Okay. Thank you for the support, hun.
To keep it to myself and process it and allow myself to work on my next moves, allow myself the time and grace to put in the amount of work that I've had to put into on so many fronts. Obviously, yeah, it is a lot of uncertainty, 110%.
Oh, yeah. Well, lucky for you, Rosee. Vibe, thank you so much for joining memberships, hon. I appreciate you. Can I just take this opportunity to say how lucky you are that you don't have to worry about a mortgage. You don't have to worry about rent. You don't have to worry about a car payment. You don't have to worry about insurance. I know that you're spending $500 and up at the Sam's Club, probably weekly. And don't forget the computer payment. But I'm sure with all of the pivots that you're making to the Patreon and the cameos, you are going to be able to make enough income to make sure that that is taken care of, right? So you're going to be okay. And this is a good thing. And this is what really fucking bothers me about you, that this is your opportunity right now to say, you know what? If it wasn't for my parents allowing me to squat in their home and live for free, I don't know how it survived the next 3 months. But lucky for somebody like Rosee, who lives for fucking free, who fucking squats in her parents' house, who the only bills that she has is her fucking out of control type 2 Sam's Club grocery hauls with her 7 bottles of ketchup and her laptop that she absolutely did not fucking need. Why don't you send that motherfucker back? There you go. There's a thought. And then March comes back around. You get yourself back going on YouTube and your AdSense is kicked off again. Why don't you save up the money so you can pay that motherfucker off and you ain't even got to finance it? Why the fuck are you financing a laptop? You don't have a mortgage. You don't have rent. You don't have a car payment. I highly doubt you're even paying electric. So not only do your parents help you out, right? You've got your brother who works a full-time fucking job, who takes care of the electricity, takes care of the water, takes care of the trash, takes care of you, Rosee. And you've got the audacity to come online and act like you're not one of the lucky people who you know, they can figure it out and they can wait it out the 90 months and they don't have to worry about being fucking homeless. Get out of here. Get out of my face with this dramatic bullshit talking about me and my family and our time of need. Who are you manipulating with that bullshit is what I want to know. Bye. Thank you so much for getting 5 the YouTube Underground memberships, hun. Who got them? Reza, hey girl, Sugar Honey Iced Tea, Chantel, Gucci, Liz B, and I feel like I missed one. Welcome, new members. A word from our sponsor.
You are stronger than you think, braver than you believe, and smarter than you know.
Thank you, Vibe. I appreciate you, girl. Yeah, this shit is just crazy. Foodie. What's her name? Rosee is in a very, very lucky situation to where, you know, she does live underneath her parents' roof, and her brother works a full-time job. And before she was fully monetized on YouTube and making a living from YouTube, like Rosee was in between jobs constantly. Like she could not hold a job down. So who was taking care of her when she wasn't employed at those times? Well, same people who's going to take care of her until March. If you believe for a fucking second that she's going to rush out because she's lost her YouTube monetization and find employment, you're sadly fucking mistaken, because that's not going to happen. Absolutely not. Oh, Spiteful Pinky Jean says today is Duping Delight's birthday. I'm so sorry I missed you in chat, girl. Congratulations on making it another year and happy birthday. Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
Rosee really gets me worked up because I feel like she should be thanking her parents and being more grateful instead of acting like it's an absolute, it's a devastating situation, which again, I want to remind people that I'm not out here celebrating Rosee losing her monetization. I want to make that clear. I don't think that's cool. I enjoy covering Rosee on my YouTube channel every so often. I know other reactors do too. And that kind of kills off the whole community. But with that being said, when March rolls around, Rosee is absolutely going to be able to get her monetization reinstated. And until then, her brother and her parents and her Patreon and her Cameo and all these other things that she's doing to hustle up money is going to pay for her little laptop that she has. It's going to pay for the food that she needs to buy. She's going to be A-okay. It's just a manipulation of it all instead of her being grateful. Like, yeah, I lost monetization, but you know, I'm in a very lucky situation where I don't have to worry about, you know, being homeless or anything. Miss T says, if I came on the internet begging for my family, even if we needed it, they would freaking disown me. Exactly, Miss T. Thank you for the super chat, hun. But the thing is, she's out here begging and acting like it's worse than what it is. Like nobody wants to lose their monetization. I'm not saying that. But again, she's in a very unique situation where she really doesn't have any kind of bills. And if let's say she agreed when she finally got monetized to pay her parents like a couple $100s for rent, they're going to be okay with her not paying. They're used to that shit. It's just bullshit. Thinky says you have to find the Adam and Eve sponsorship as she did. What did I miss? Dinky, thank you for being a member for 8 months. -20. Holy shit, that's crazy.
There is no other way of slicing it other than this sucks. It sucks. And as much as I'm trying to be positive and understand that everything happens for a reason.
49 and freaking fabulous. My mom would have surprised me while I was live and rolling in the kitchen, swiftly proceeded to grab me by my greasy hair and whoop my ass. What the hell is wrong with these parents? These slugs are the result. I do not disagree. 49 and freaking fabulous out here embarrassing me like this. I don't think so, woman. Not today. Thank you for being a member, hun.
And there's a lot that I'm still processing. There's a lot that I'm still figuring out when it comes to not just my YouTube channel, but me, my life, how I engage with the internet, a lot of factors.
All right.
Because I have found so much peace since I have finally been like detaching from like living in the internet, best way I can word it. You know, years ago, way before YouTube, like early 20s, living in a different state, much younger, much more unhealed version of myself. I used to say all the time that I felt like my hometown was the internet. And like when I look back at that now, like
Zebra Corn says, Is this the girl who was recently in a psych hospital? I believe that you're talking about, oh God, what is the lady's name? No, it's not her. I don't think we've heard from her since she was admitted, but no, it's not her. Same weight though. Same weight, Zebra Corn. Thank you for the super chat.
See how
J-Bay. Thank you. No, not Shani. J-Bay. I think she's talking about J-Bay.
bizarre and unhealthy and weird that is. And it just like, it brings me back to like when I think to my like early developmental years, like my childhood, how much time I spent in like Yahoo Messenger with my friends, Neopets, watching YouTubers, living vicariously through YouTubers, just engaging with the internet as a child.
I feel like we all did. Like, I feel like we definitely all did. I remember 10 years ago watching a lot of YouTubers engaging in the comments section. Like, what the fuck is your point? What about it? What does that have to do with your demonetization, ma'am?
In the age where like our parents had no idea what the hell we were doing and all of that, right? And how much that's impacted me to this day. And you know, I have therapy again in a couple days, and this is stuff that I want to explore more and talk about because
see, Rosee, you have the same problem as the rest of the girls. The therapy situation type deal. Oh, that's a good still. That's a good one if you're looking for a good still of Rosee. Wow, actually, I'm going to save that for my files. Excuse me. Uno momento, people. Okay, so the problem with the therapy, Rosee, is that you feel like that you're going to manipulate and outsmart your therapist. You're not willing to work the program. You don't want to take the advice that the therapist gives you, okay? You're going to make every excuse in the world of why what the therapist says doesn't fit your scenario situation, okay? Whatever it may be. So why are you wasting your time, the state's money, because I highly doubt that you're paying for this out of pocket, to go to these therapy sessions when you're actually not willing to work the program? I mean, is that a sticker or a reflection? What is this right here? Because that was in the thumbnail too. Is that the reflection of the screen, or is that a piece of tape? I think it's the reflection of the screen. Anyways, Foodie and Beauty Frozen Diarrhea says, internet wasn't invented when I was born. Oh, you're old school, huh, Foodie and Beauty? Thank you for the support, hun. You can eat on my mom's floors. Mine are clean, but nothing like hers. She rakes her carpet after vacuuming, so the lines look the same. That's pretty funny. She's been medically kidnapped by a psych ward. They gave bad food. Her review on them was bad. She has everyone's story in business and was only on hold for you. Who are you talking about, Crump? I must have missed something. I was busy getting a screenshot. We didn't have internet until I was in high school. My ass ain't owed. Yeah, that's true, Manning. I think internet was out when I was in like 3rd grade. Rosee? Really? I missed that shit.
Truly can't fathom like existing in a world where like I'm not a part of the internet in some capacity. But I really need...
I'm just seeing way too much skin, ma'am. But anyways, I guess it's not important. It's just me being nitpicky. All right. It's just a little nitpicky. It's wintertime. You seem cold, Rosee, honey.
What this experience has made me realize is I really need to detach my income from the internet for a little bit.
X to doubts. She's not going to do that. I do not believe it. I just don't. If this was the case, we wouldn't have seen Rosee going to job after job after job and lying about. She had this work from home job not that long ago, right before she started doing regular YouTube content. And she was calling in sick and going live swimming in her pool. So you want me to believe now, present day, that Rosee is ready to detach herself from the internet and go get a regular smegular job, 9 to 5? Not happening.
Weird as this sounds, like I'm like not even that angry or upset about being demonetized, because I really, really feel like this needed to happen. I'm not happy. I'm not like, woohoo, like this is great. Like I'm still gonna be.
I love Black Cat says, you know what grinds my gears? All the death fights using therapy speak like they're unique snowflakes when they don't go to therapy. Exactly, Black Cats. I can agree with that 1,000%. And thank you for the super chat, hon. I thought she was having a wardrobe malfunction. That's how she normally dresses.
Engaging in things, but I've already, like this past week, like detached so much from like the amount of time that I used to spend on like Reddit and Twitter and just like social media in general. Literally forcing myself to go outside more often.
I don't believe that. I'm sorry. X to doubt.
Like checking myself in.
You won't get up to get yourself a glass of water. We just witnessed you rolling across your floor, right? And you want me to believe that you're going outside more? Okay.
Ways that I feel like the universe literally forced me to, because I was not doing it myself when I needed to have done that, and I didn't. And I just feel like at this point,
you need to listen to the story when her health insurance kicked in. She had a breakdown at work, got an ambulance, and then a psych hold. What? Who has that video?
I'm going to take this time to do what I should have been doing months ago, which was focusing more effort on outside sources of income. Which, like I said, I will not be discussing in detail, like my job.
Okay, so wait a minute. I feel like the panic from Rosee, I'm not going to say that it's not sincere, because I think it is. I think she absolutely, from Pulpy, really. I think she absolutely is panicking to some extent, which, okay, babe, you're scheduled. Hold on, I'll share your link. I'm wondering, so you guys say that she got this laptop on payments, right? Afterpay, some shit like that. I want to know how many things else possible that she got on these payment situation type deals, okay? Because like I said earlier, she's going to be okay. She's going to survive until she gets remonetized. She has her family she can depend on, and she's still making income. Of course, not as much as she was making on YouTube. It's going to be significantly less, but she's still bringing in enough to take care of herself. Cameo, Patreon. And if she sticks with it and she plays smart, which she probably won't, it'll keep going up. It'll keep going up. And by the time March gets here, she'll be good. She'll be ready to reapply for monetization. Thank you, Spiteful Pinky Jean. Sam's going live today for a part 2. You guys don't want to miss it. Yesterday was a fucking banger. I've got it pinned to the top of the chat. Please be there and join us. But I'm wondering if there's more that we don't know about, more that she signed up on payments or some shit like that. Maybe she got her groceries and shit on payment. I don't know. And not only that, but I would imagine, again, it costs a lot of money to maintain that mass. It is not cheap. So when it comes to grocery money, and I do not believe for a second that she's just eating at home. She's absolutely doing the same thing that at work, getting God knows how much food and spending God knows how much. That also might answer some of the panic for Rosee. But as far as her actually getting income outside of the house, no way. Don't believe it. She's full of shit.
Experiences and things like that. What I am willing to share is I do have an interview tomorrow that I'm very excited about. From what I've seen and understood of this position, I feel like it would be a really good fit for me. And I cannot believe I got a response back this fast.
I love Smokey and Steve. Smokey, Steve, and Mark. They do reaction videos. Steve calls the girls terminally unique. No therapy will ever help me. I'm too special. Exactly. I couldn't afford to maintain 738 pounds. Exactly. It's not cheap.
It's the only response I've gotten, and it was from like a real human being. And it was this morning after I spent a lot of time job hunting this weekend, which is one of the many things I've been doing.
This is her trying to separate herself from the girls, from Amberlynn, from Chantel. See, I'm demonetized. I'm going to go find employment. While I will give her credit, where credit is due. She's got her Patreon going. She's doing her cameo. Those are great things, but she is absolutely full of shit as far as finding income outside of the internet. I just don't believe it. Even if she does, it'll be for like a week and then she'll be done with it. Our Silver Teacup says girl rehearses speech in her room by herself in front of her stuffed animals, and already before she got online, she always tries to sound so important and better than the other death fats. Let's not forget that. Our Silver Teacup, thank you so much for the support, hun. Pulpy my badussy warm. Oh my God. The wet begging is so annoying, girl. Good to see you, badussy, and thank you for the super chat. She will hustle more than the other two. Well, to be fair, Butter Crumpet, she's the younger of the death fats, so she should be the one who's hustling the most. You know what I'm saying? Like Amberlynn and Chantel in death fat years, they're like in their 70s. Okay. They're retiring at this point.
Other thing with like the repeal, once the appeal was officially denied, one of the things that I did was I went through all my old content and anything that was like Cook With Me related, even though I think the majority of them wouldn't even mention certain topics. But anything like of that nature, anything related to like specific health stuff, anything that could be construed as a possible violation, I ripped the video and deleted its entirety.
Oh, is she? I thought she was younger. She might be. I might stand corrected. Maybe her and Amberlynn are the same age.
Deleted it for its entirety off of my channel. So part of my Patreon, and why I don't think I'm ever going to completely get rid of my Patreon, even if I do end up putting more into like YouTube memberships.
How old is Candy in death fat years? She's like 150.
Assuming I'm
dinosaur
monetized on YouTube in the future, which of course I will be applying for, and of course I will.
Are you kidding me? Lip gloss? Nobody wants to see a 700-pound lady rolling around and cooking. I sure as fuck do. Listen, big fan of that content.
This is my dream, and like there is parts of this that I want, but
not only do I want to see a 700-pound lady rolling around in her kitchen cooking, I want to see the 700-pound lady's house. Show me your bathroom. Show me how you clean your home. Show me all of it. I do.
This like 90-day period, there's just a lot that I'm still figuring out, and so like there may be some things that I have to go back and forth on. But I deleted
her community is built. That's another good still right there. Her community is built the same way that Chantel's and Amberlynn's was built. It's the same audience, the sickos, the people who watch it for the cringe. It's us. It's you got your few supporters over there who pretend like they really like Rosee and they support her through my 700-pound life. But for the majority, it's us. It's the haters that are watching that shit. Miss T for me says Chantel who? Can you picture showing up and you have to interview for a position? I would have to get my boss to step in. Oh yeah, come get a load of this. So this 600-pound woman that's in our office that's trying to apply for this position, she was just let go off of YouTube. She was just demonetized and she's looking for employment here. She says even though when she reapplies for her monetization in March, she's still going to hold on to her job. Get out of here, Rosee. You're so full of shit. Miss T, thank you for the support, hon.
Pretty much almost all of my live stream replays. There's some left. Some of them are still going to go. Yeah, the Patreon is in the description. Yes.
I think it's cool though. Can I just say I think it's really cool that Rosee is putting her content on the internet still and it's not just gone. Like all of that content that Chantel and Amber took off. I'm curious, did you like wipe your channel, Amberlynn? Did you delete every single video? Are they gone for good? Listen, I beat the hell out of Rosee. Okay. So let me just say this. The fact that she went through and she ripped all of her videos and she's re-uploading them on other sites, that was the smart thing to do. Like that was the thing to do. Like if Amberlynn just went in and deleted all of her content when she could have moved that to the Patreon and then put it behind a paywall, she fucking fumbled the ball. She fumbled the ball. I mean, you know how much gold is locked behind a paywall right now with Rosee's old content if she put it all over there. Don't play picky choosy, Rosee. We want to see it all uploaded over there if you want us to go pay a Patreon membership, big girl.
And I'm Quirky Love Rose on everything. So there's that.
Sam says, see, babe, she does need that laptop. Finally, you made that $400 laptop that you bought in payments. Girl, can I just ask you a serious question? You know, what the fuck are you doing buying a $400 laptop on payments? Like it's a 400. I mean, if you would have got you a badass Mac for, you know, $2,000-$3,000, I've been like, all right, that makes sense, you know. But you got you a $400 paperweight and you had to put that motherfucker on payments. You ain't got it. Where bad money management would be my guess. Bad money. That is a Sam's Club grocery haul, Rosee. Why don't you just buy the laptop? Why are we putting $400 paperweight laptops on layaway or payments? I gotta know. Oh my God, Glossy Hop says, I bet Rosee buys DoorDash on the Klarna. Was it Klarna, whatever.
I think if you even like Google Patreon Quirky Love Rose, it should pop up. But I digress. That's not the point of this conversation right now. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too, Sharby. That's why I, would get permission. But
I don't think that has anything to do with credit. Not the way that she bought it, Bertha Boyle. I don't think so. I think it's because she didn't want to take $400 away from her DoorDash money to buy that motherfucker.
That in a second.
Hey, Built to Spill. Good to see you, girl. Still here appreciating the support. Thank you to all. Built to Spill, so good to see you. And thank you for being a member for 9 months, hun. I can't stand her or her parents. Levi is the GOAT. I don't even care if she grifts a wish list for him. He deserves it. Is that why she's slapping her brother in her content now and she keeps talking about him? If she can spend $700 on a Costco haul for 2 people, she can afford to buy a $400 laptop in cash. Just eat less, for fuck's sakes. Single woman. Listen, hear me out. I'm not shaming people who have to use certain things to make payments. Okay, if you're in Rosee's situation, I absolutely am, just to be clear. No mortgage, no rent, no car payment, no insurance, no kids, more than likely not paying electric, no health insurance. Am I forgetting anything? I mean, I probably could go, probably no water bill. Highly doubt she's paying a trash bill. And she's making decent money off of YouTube and she's buying a $400 laptop on payments. Nah, bro. No, that don't make no sense. Django, thank you for being a member for 24 months, hon. I appreciate you. She uses food stamps, which is why she can drop that money for groceries. She does not, Glossy Hop. I don't think Rosie's on food stamps. Listen, that would be funny as fuck though if she was.
So what was I saying before the Patreon?
He's autistic and out there working and paying the bills, proving our struggles don't stop us. Exactly, Miss T. Yeah, her brother has always had a job, a full-time job, and has paid, I believe, the bills in the house. They don't have a house payment. They live there in their grandparents' house, and then I think the brother takes care of the utilities. And listen, I'm sure when Rosee started to make a decent income off of YouTube, she was helping out to some extent, but still. Oh, she has a phone bill. All right.
Patreon comment. Oh, yeah.
I remember when I was 17. No, you know what? It was younger than that. I think I got my first phone line at like 16, something like that. And I was responsible to come up with $30 to pay my own phone bill. It's something like that. Something similar, Rosee. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm putting effort into that. And
Puppy calls her brother Brosee. Oh, that's cute.
And then the videos that I ripped, along with new content.
She says there's a mortgage. Oh, that's interesting. Aurora, I've always heard that the house was free and clear, but what do I know? That's interesting. This goes beyond learned helplessness. It's malicious. I do agree with that, Pocahontas Lynn, for sure.
Because Patreon has a certain amount of content you can upload per month, like media hours or something. I'm going to schedule out all of that ripped. Like basically,
hey, Rosee, I hear I would have to talk to Gorlick Bread. I'm sure Gorlick Bread might be willing to walk you through the steps that you can get your own website with your own name. You can make it quirkyloverosee.com and you can put all your content up there. And then you can charge memberships for that. Hell yeah. And just slap all your old videos up there.
Basically, the content I ripped off my own channel to save.
Well, Zebra Corn, not in all places in Indiana. Well, I guess, yes. Maybe I should correct myself. Rosee probably, that's probably included in their property tax or something like that. But when you're out in like the sticks in the country, yes, you have to find your own trash provider. So that was me projecting my own trash situation onto Rosee. My bad. Again, that's probably something that her parents take care of. And thank you so much for the super chat, hun.
If I will be re-uploading it.
There's a second mortgage on the house. I would imagine if that's the case, Dizzy Lizzie, again, I don't like to pry or anything, but I'm going to take a guess. Then the parents probably got the second mortgage. That means they got the money. That probably has nothing to do with Rosee. I highly doubt that she's responsible for paying that money back. If you know what I mean, that wouldn't make much sense.
For access to all Patreon members if they want to rewatch old content. I'm going to just be calling them Rosee reruns. I don't know. I thought that was cute. And then that's going to be, that's not going to be like the only content that's going to be on Patreon. I want to make that very clear. That is just like something to help keep consistent posts as well as give access to content that people may want to be able to rewatch and see. There were some videos I decided to just like nuke completely.
Your schedule's 60 hours this week. Oh, girl, thoughts and prayers to you. Very good. Says she's just sitting there yapping and yapping with her tatas out. Tell us again how you're not panicking, Rosee. Very good. Thank you for your support, hon. Good to see you. Yeah, put those things away, man. God. The last time I said that, though, people got offended. Hey, Scrange. Mels, thank you so much for giving them the YouTube Underground membership. Scrange, welcome, welcome. New member. Rosee thinks she's so smart. She sure does.
You
know why she thinks she's so smart, JoJo Cannon? Because her parents have allowed her to think that she's manipulated them. That's why.
So as of right now, my understanding is that the eating and the mukbangs are not the problem. There's been a lot of misinformation. Like, so, for example, someone once told me that like glitter and lasers got demonetized, but then YouTube messaged her, told her what to delete, and she got remonetized. That's categorically untrue. If there is evidence to the contrary, I'd love to know, because YouTube told me directly that they are not allowed per policy to tell me what to delete. They did not give me any specifics outside of what was determined by the TOS, like prior to the demonetization, like whenever anything was age restricted, whatever.
Boy, Christina, if that's the case, she better hope that, nothing happens to them until it's paid off.
It is.
And here's the thing. Here's why you're not helping your adult children if they're living in like your grandparents' home who passed away. You go get a second mortgage, but you're allowing them to live there for free. How are you teaching them any life skills? And when you're gone, you're dead and gone, and then all of a sudden they got this mortgage to pay, they're never going to survive that shit.
Specifically related to content where you discuss disorders in relation to food. So those are the problems. I am being overly abundant and cautious. Okay. Oh, sorry. Understood. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Understood.
Sugar Honey Iced Tea says too bad her spirit guides didn't tell her. No shit, girl. Thank you for the super chat.
Okay. Thank you. So let's touch on the tarot for a second, because I don't want to give too much credence to a lot of the very unjustified hate that I received. A lot of it was absolutely deplorably unjustified and disgraceful attack on my own personal spirituality and my own experiences.
With dramatics of it all, Rosee. Oh my God, tap it back, please.
Unjustified hate
it's just unjustified hate, guys.
Received. A lot of it was absolutely deplorably unjustified.
Deplorable, you losers.
Disgraceful attack on my own personal spirituality.
Disgraceful attack on her own personal spirituality. See, this is your fucking problem. Like, none of this shit even matters, bro. Just keep it pushing, Rosee.
And my own experiences within those spaces. That response was exactly why for the longest time I did not discuss in detail how deep I was into spirituality, tarot, etc. However,
bullshit. However,
it was brought to my attention. When I first heard this, I thought it was absolutely ludicrous. It made no sense to me. It was...
I can't believe people reported her as I'm dead.
Absolutely. Like, when it was first mentioned in like a comment, I was like, oh my God, these fucking like trolls. Like, I just, the first time I heard it, I completely dismissed it because I was like, there's no way this is real. And then it kept gaining momentum, and I was getting more comments, and I was like, okay, like before I come live, let me make sure that like I'm not just ignorant here. And lo and behold, I was. Because of the foundation of my spirituality knowledge came from when I lived in Nebraska. I lived in Nebraska the first time, what was it, 2016, middle 2016 to early 2019, like 2.5 years-ish to like 3-ish years, somewhere in that range. Yeah, it was like May 26th. I remember like there's like a specific Facebook post I made that like, and I don't remember, it might have been May 26th even, but it was May 2016. I can say for certain. And then I left in February or April of 2019 when I moved to Georgia, right? So in that time, I spent a lot, Nebraska Zones for Spirituality. There's a huge community there. I made a lot of friends. There's a huge, amazing crystal shop out there I don't remember.
Nebraska Spiritual Center of the Earth.
It's like near like 90th, 100th Street of Nebraska in Omaha. And anyway, I learned a lot of my foundational stuff there. And then after that point, my interactions and stuff regarding spirituality were more so based with like on the internet. And I always thought it was so strange that like Florida seemed to not have anywhere that I could really like find even something close to what I found when I was in Nebraska. And so it came to my attention that in Florida, which and I even checked in Nebraska, like this wasn't even a thing. That's why it's like it seems so crazy to me because that's where my like foundational knowledge of all that came.
Bertha Boyle says she might even be more dramatic than Amber. Put some clothes on and get thicker skin if this is going to be your career, Rosee. Bertha Boyle, thank you for the super chat. I think so. I think the dramatics at this point is definitely more than Amber Lynn. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the support, hun. Corn and crystals. Hey, MC.
Came from. In Florida, apparently, you have to have some kind of extra permit.
So, okay, let me get this right. So I am to be believed that people in Florida don't do the whole tarot thing because you have to have a permit. So they just pass on it. This is why you haven't found the community in Florida. So all of this makes sense to you because now that you know and people have brought it to your attention that you have to have some kind of permit in order to do tarot readings. Do I have this right? And so you're like, oh yeah, I was wondering how come nobody in Florida they just don't do, I guess, spiritual readings here in Florida. So you mean to tell me that people who are totally into the spiritual and tarot readings or whatever are just hard pass because they require a permit? I don't know. If somebody's very serious about it, like $3,200 really honestly at the end of the day is fucking nothing. It's nothing. Like $3,200 for something that you could run a business and that's an investment. If you're really about that life and you're really into that and you could, profit and charge people from all, that's nothing. It's $3,200. That ain't shit. So am I to believe that people in Florida are just hard pass the whole spiritual community or whatever because they have to pay $3,200 for a permit, or is she just full of shit? I'm going to go out on a limb and say Rosee is just full of shit. But what do I know? I don't know a whole lot about Florida, and I damn sure don't know a whole lot about tarot reading.
To practice tarot in that way. I had no fucking clue. Obviously, I wouldn't have done what I did had I known. So once I found that out.
No spiritual people in Florida except for Rosee. Well, if that's the case, so if you're telling me Rosee is one of a kind, you cannot find anybody in the state of Florida who is going to sit down and read your tarot cards. Imagine the amount of money old girl can make for a $3,200 investment. We're going to need you to put your business thinking cap on, Rosee. Okay. Won't you think about the opportunity right now? If there's literally nobody in Florida, which again, I think is absolute bullshit. There's literally a spiritual psychic community in Florida. I'm pretty sure Cassandra or something. Listen, yes, obviously, I'm trolling right now, but Rosee has convinced herself because she can't go out and go get herself a $3,200 license, and that must mean everybody else in the state of Florida is unable to as well. It's just ridiculous. All of this is ridiculous. Continue.
Like 2 cameo requests left, so I canceled them. And then I removed any mention of that for future services on my Cameo. And
so again, and I know this is probably not the time to bring this up, seeing as you just got demonetized. This still of Rosee is fucking epic. Okay. But you could have took advantage of the situation, Rosee. Maybe, yeah, like somebody mentioned in chat, Klarna. Maybe you could have got that $3,200 permit on like 6 months payments or some shit. And I know they would have known that you were good for it for sure. Sugar Honey Iced Tea says chronically online doesn't know about the meetup. Exactly. She's full of shit. So you mean to tell me that you're a big part of the spiritual community or whatever, and you don't know of any kind of spiritual community in Florida? This tells me that the only reason that you dug out your little tarot cards was to make a little coin, that you're not really about that life, that you're just exploiting and you don't know what the fuck you're doing just to make some extra money. That's really what it comes down to. Sugar Honey Iced Tea, thank you for the support. Did I pin the wrong one? Thank you, girl. Jordy City of Thieves says she's confusing the feeling of spirituality with indigestion. Girl, take a Tums and a nap and find a job you're actually good at, which would be nothing. Jordy, let's be real for a minute. What job do you think that Rosee would be good at? Could you imagine customer service? This motherfucker would be trauma dumping in like 5 minutes. She'd be like, how's your day, sir? Oh, you know, the weather kind of sucks and my back hurts. How about you, hun? And she'd tell him about her chronic pain and about her seasonal depression. And oh my God, before the end of the conversation, the customer on the other line, they want to fucking yeet themselves off of the nearest fucking bridge. So what's left for Rosee as far as employment opportunities? What I got to know. Jordy, thank you for the support, hun. She would. Hey, Tina B, thank you so much for gifting one the YouTube Underground membership. Let me see who got it. Abby Baby, welcome, new member. Hello, Liz. She's absolutely full of it. Part of the voodoo culture in Louisiana and the Carolinas has spread into Florida, and different spiritual and cult practices. Did I say that right? Probably not. From other cultures that are actively practiced. Yeah, I call DuckTales. You're not going to tell me the whole state of Florida, nobody's practicing like tarot reading or the voodoo culture, things like that. No, full of shit. She's just stupid. Clever nickname. Hello. Thank you for being a member for 1 month. The business expense for the license is to help cut down on quick scammers. Clearly it works. She is vile. Ooh, thank you for pointing that out. I agree. Do you understand now, Rosee, why things like that exist? Because scammers like you cannot come up or even imagine spending $3,200 on that kind of investment. That right there, lady. And there's no talk of like, you know, once I get back on my feet and I'm monetized and, you know, maybe we can figure out and get my license so I can really take this serious. No, they told her that she needs a permit. She needs a license. It's going to cost $3,200. Fuck that shit. Oh, somebody who's so passionate about this though, right? And wants to take it serious. I can't tell. Clever nickname. Thank you again for being a member, hun.
I will not be moving forward doing that because that sounds fucking crazy because Florida is like, it's so antithetical to Florida, but also so fucking Florida at the same time. When you think of like how much they want like little government involvement with shit, but at the same time, Christian nationalists. So
is she blaming this on the Christian nationalist? Is that what I'm hearing from Rosee? Is she a beggar scammer? Chantel Gucci, I think a lot of people would answer that and say yes, for sure. She thinks she's so cute. So, okay. So, again, Christian nationalist is a reason why there's no spiritual tarot readings in Florida. All right. Go ahead.
And for my specific county, I was finding a bunch of misinformation. Because a lot of what people was running with was stuff that was not my county. And then when I was looking into my county, at first it seemed like mine didn't need it. And then people were saying it did. And I was like, I've got too much going on to try to fight this. I have too much to deal with. This is too stressful. I'm confused, Rosee. I'm so sorry, but I'm just having a hard time with this right now. You're going to have to walk me through this, sweetheart. So you're telling me that you were doing these tarot readings on your YouTube channel and they were actually making money. It was working for you. This is something that you can do off of YouTube. This is a way for you to make money.
Okay, well, I got to go through and I got to get these permits. And it's too much. I can't deal with this right now. Well, this seems like the perfect opportunity, seeing as you just lost your fucking job, to figure out something else. This could be the perfect side hustle for you if you really knew what you were doing and if you were really good at it. So all you're telling the community is that you're not really about that tarot life. You have no fucking idea what you were doing, and you were just trying to exploit your people just to make a quick fucking dollar. Because if you were really about this shit, the tarot readings, you've been like, shit, $3,200, I can get legit and I can have my own business. I'm going to figure that shit out. So while I'm laid off of YouTube, I'm going to get me a business plan together behind the scenes, try to figure out how I'm going to come up with this $3,200 and make this shit shake. Not Rosee, though. She needs to go fill out job applications that she's never going to fucking show up for. You're all the same.
I don't even have the bandwidth to like try to call and figure this out right now. So we're just going to walk away from it, because at the end of the day, I know what my intentions were. I know how seriously I take this shit. I know that I had absolutely no ill intent, and I knew that Girl World was going to like try to fuck with this in some way, but I could not have anticipated a permit being needed. That wasn't even in my frame of reference to think to need to even search for. So we're just, I think even your critics would think this is a stupid law. Yeah.
Liz says, when doing tarot, it's considered bad luck to use a deck purchased rather than given to you based on what I was taught. You never tell people what to do. You tell them what you see and you let them decide. Liz, thank you for that information. That's fascinating and interesting. Was that not in the cards? I don't have the bandwidth to make a call, girl. Exactly. Rosee, think about your stock unique catch-up. I mean, all I'm seeing here, to be honest, guys, is opportunity. If there was something that I was good at and I know that it was unique, a unique skill, like Neo Tarot has, very highly entertaining. She does private readings and everything like that. What, $3,200? Okay, well, let me figure this shit out. But Rosee, I mean, you're just giving yourself away. People don't even need to expose you. You can blame this on Girl World all you want, but again, it all comes back to you. To you. I don't fault Rosee for not knowing that she needed a permit. She probably didn't have a fucking clue. But the problem here is that once she realized that there was more to it than just getting online, slapping a handwritten sign behind her, she was tapping out. Who else would do that? If somebody was serious about that, whether it be tarot or anything else for that matter, who would just be like, hey, never mind. I'm out. I don't think so. Moving on. I got to see what call center is hiring. Work from home.
Do you need to graduate from Tarot U to get a permit? No, it's like a legality permit. Yeah, understood, Jessica.
Not only did she not show up for her work from home job, she went live on YouTube in her freaking pool. I'm sorry, but I think it's great. You know, it's frustrating, sure, but that's what makes the content the content. This is the shit exactly that I want to see. I want to hear how absolutely ridiculous you are and how little effort that you're willing to put into anything in your life. I love it. She just wants the money. Corvette Opera. Well, unfortunately, I mean, I would say that's just not how it works. But for people like for Rosee and for Chantel, all you got to do is show up and just be a locale and it will pay. But again, the cost is significant. That's why I say nobody needs to be, does Chantel get to just lay around all day and seal and make enough money to live in her $2,200 apartment? We shall see. Okay. But if she did, at what cost? And it's the same thing for a girl over here. At what cost? Nobody wants to live like that, bro. Wicked Crafter said she's only in touch with the crotch rotted towel and the residue holding it to the chair. Oh my God. Gross, Wicked Crafter. That was a fucking banger, though. I'll give you that. Thank you for the super chat, hun. I find Rosee very fascinating. And I just need to say that I really don't have any ill will towards Rosee. It's nothing personal. I just like to talk about whatever she talks about on her YouTube channel. And my opinion stands no matter what, no matter anything, it stands. Like I said, it's not personal. Katharino says she's peeved at Pulpy because he outed her on the need for a permit. I'm dead. Hey, well, listen, you know what, though? At the end of the day, you could say that Pulpy did her a favor because she probably really could have gotten in trouble. Maybe not necessarily trouble, but she might have even got a huge fine. And she's obviously, when she's financing a $400 fucking paperweight, she's in no position to pay that fine. So you should be thanking Pulpy. And again, if you were serious about your business, you would absolutely be looking into how can I secure this $3,200 permit? Because $3,200 is nothing when you're talking about a source of income. But again, you wouldn't understand that. Thank you for this, for being a member, hun. She is really fascinating. Seriously. Liz says Rosee, Chantel, and ALR clearly don't know about the basic rule of 3. What you give out, what you give back times 3. Karmic retribution is real. I think that could fit quite a few other people too. And I'll go ahead and I won't even bother mention them. They know who they are. Liz, that was absolutely a fucking banger. Love it so much. Actually, I need to screenshot that one. That's a good one, girl. Sugar Honey Iced Tea says, I can imagine the interview questions today. Why did you leave your last job? I wanted to grift on YouTube and eat all day and didn't give notice. Sugar Honey Iced Tea, thank you for the support, hun. I wonder what she will say when it comes to things like that. She will think of something and that she will expect her employer, even though the employer will know that she's absolutely full of shit, they'll be willing to accept it, obviously, because they just need warm bodies in a seat. You think these people don't know when candidates come in and they just give them a whole bunch of bullshit? They do. But more than likely, they're desperate, especially if they're interviewing somebody like Quirky Love Rosee. Jordy City of These says, off topic real quick, you see where Chantel last night says the law told her if she acts right and behaves the next couple of years, they can continue together. No, I didn't, but I'm not shocked. And good. Let her continue to waste what last bit of life she has left on sitting around waiting for Salah to welcome her back to Syria. F them both. That's all I have to say, Jordy. Don't even get me started right now. I'm so mad at you, Chantel. Jordy, thank you for the support, hun.
So it's one of
at this point, box that bitch up and send her ass back to Syria. Seriously.
those things where it's like, it's not worth it. Like, I'm so stressed out. I haven't even talked about like what I've been dealing with, like with my physical symptoms. Like,
oh my God. Of course you've got physical symptoms. You're 700 pounds. I would be shocked to hear that you come online and you're not in pain a day. Your physical symptoms, I can't even imagine what that's got to be like for you. What are you talking about? Like this is breaking news or something? Breaking news, 700-pound woman is in chronic pain. Would you believe it?
Especially since, because like I found out about the appeal after the last live that I did that's now been taken down. Like I said, I took down a lot of shit. And some of it was just, it's one of those things.
Yeah, foodie's that dumb, then good on Salah for taking it all. Yeah, go use Salah. Go ahead and take it all. Seriously. Get her evicted, make that motherfucker live in a homeless shelter, still do YouTube and send you all of her YouTube ad revenue. That's what should happen.
This month has been a tower card. Clock that shit. Yeah. I literally was like, I'm having a fucking tower moment. I said that to myself today. Yeah, I agree, Jessica. Well, if in the future, once I like have
she claims due to inflammation, I guarantee you she's got inflammation. Yeah, I promise you she does. But it's because of her size, I would imagine.
Stable income and
she goes to a doctor, right? Is she manic or sped up? Dude, she's only a 1.25. She just talks really fast. If I would imagine if Rosee were to go to a doctor about her chronic pain, I think they would all say the same thing. You need to lose weight. We need to start there. Am I wrong about that? That might be different. But outside of that, when she comes and she talks about chronic pain, I would imagine a doctor would start at, you need to lose weight. We need to start there. We need to get this weight off of your body. She doesn't believe it's due to her weight, then she's just in severe denial. Severe denial. Absolutely.
And I'm like, and I'm better with like money wise. I might get a permit, but like you need money for a permit and it's not a cheap permit. So I think
Exactly, Miss T. The doctor will tell you that at 10 to 20 pounds overweight. Yep.
I just want to state, if I haven't already in this live, I just want to say it one more time. Any insinuation that like my spirituality is fake, that I was just like bullshitting to make money or anything like that, I find disgusting.
You find anything disgusting. People don't have to believe you and your spirituality or whatever the fuck you got going over there, because as soon as it came down and you needed a quick bucks, that was the first fucking thing you threw out there, Rosee. So people don't want to believe it. So what?
I felt that it was time for me to allow myself to open up in that way, because I felt like that was something I could do to give something in return, instead of doing what I'm doing in this live, which is just hitting a comment and saying, if you want to support my non-ad supported content, please basically tip me and send money. And I don't want to do that, but I, at the same time, like, I need to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do to bridge the gap while I'm trying to get my 9 to 5 hired. And who knows, like, if I even get hired, how long it's going to take. And this is just a huge, scary, uncertain time for me. And I did that with the intention of being able to provide something in return. So, yeah. Yeah, Cold Brew. I have an interview tomorrow so far, but I haven't heard anything else, and I've done a fuck ton of applications. But I'm glad to be getting in front of a human being, because generally I do pretty good. Like, if I can get in front of a person, I interview.
Sugar Honey Iced Tea says she was professionally using a tutorial tag. I'm not going to sit here and say what she's saying is not legit. Like, I totally believe what she's saying. Like, she wanted people to kind of like tip her, support her. She wanted to be able to provide something for the tip. Like, I get what she's saying, but what she has to understand is you could be insulting actual card readers, people who have spent money, invested into permits, went about this the legal way, and you just come on here and you whip out a tutorial deck and start charging. That's the part that you need to understand. I do believe what she's saying is genuine. Like, she wanted to provide a service back. You're going to have to try again. You have to rebrand and try again, Rosee. It's okay. E for effort, I suppose. Sugar Honey Iced Tea, thank you for the support. Is that you, babe? Ellie Willie says, I've never heard someone use so many words and say absolutely nothing. No, she's really good at that. She's absolutely like, no, she's the best. Look at all that butter. Butter and eggs. Oh, Neo Tarot read her for filth. The cards knew and were speaking. I need to watch that one. I bet that's a banger for sure. What Manning say? Manning said something. I'm scrolling back up. It will cause a stroke fast. What will cause a stroke? I had one friend who had a stroke. Another, hypertension has to be used with caution. I missed something. But stroke, heart attack, yes, they could all apply to, what do they call her? Roz? Is that what Scar calls her? Is it Roz? Advil? What? It's the steam from my machine. It ain't smoke. It's steam from that stupid machine, but it makes you think it's smoke because I got my heater going. Yes. Advil is not good for you. I have to take Tylenol now since I can't take ibuprofen. Oh, man. A Tylenol, I mean, it's whatever. I don't take it very often, but I miss being able to take ibuprofen.
Review very well.
I've taken it once or twice. Once or twice, that's it.
I have a lot of experience. And this job is a very good fit for my skill set. So,
skill set, okay. It just doesn't hit the same, Manning. I agree.
I can't believe it. Like, I was throwing out applications all this time. And again, it's one of those things. It's just, it feels like, I don't know, it feels like a confirmation, I guess. But I just want to add, Twitch is something that is not off the table. But I really want people to understand that, like, I'm not only.
I think Twitch, I think she's spreading herself. She's doing too much. I feel like Twitch, Patreon, YouTube. Here's some advice for you, Rosee. Okay. that you're probably not going to take. KK says, I just cleaned my home. Listening to you makes cleaning more fun and it also helps me focus. Oh, thanks for supporting me, Yabs. Thanks for supporting me, KK. I'm so glad you got your house clean. I love a clean house, girl. Thank you for the super chat. I take one ibuprofen occasionally with no problems. Thank you for letting me know that, Mama Mitchell. Yeah, the one, I haven't had any issues, but again, I don't take it very often, but like Manning said, it hits different. Liz says, to the person who started calling her Roz from Monsters Inc., I can't unsee or unhear it now. And I thank you for that. Holy cow. Damn. I don't know who started the nickname. I know I've been in Scar's live streams. I think she calls her that. Maybe Strange. I can't remember, but there are a few creators around here who call her that. But I don't know where it came from. So I can't credit the person who came up with it. And thank you for the super chat, hun. Here's the thing, Rosee. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, you have an advantage over Chantel, over Amberlynn, because you do live in a situation where you don't have to worry about rent or a mortgage. I'm not going to entertain the second mortgage. You're not going to convince me that Rosee is helping with the second mortgage whatsoever. I believe she's helping with groceries and maybe she's helping on electric or something like that outside. And I think she's cooking for her brother. So she's using that as credit to live in squat in her grandparents' home. Okay. So you really, they've got you, you're covered there, right? Your parents, your brother, he's working. You got to pay for your $400 paperweight. I understand that. You have to obviously maintain the 700-pound mass. I totally understand that too. So you got your Patreon, you're uploading your old content. Don't play picky choosy. Give it all to us, and even keep reminding people. This is why you have to keep your YouTube going and do your little live streams over here for free every so often, because this is advertisement. And this is what I can't believe that Amberlynn is not doing. This is great advertisement for your Patreon. You come over here, you talk to the chat, and then you do a little bit more on the Patreon. You do a little bit more that people want to see, that they're willing to pay for. That would be my advice. I wouldn't go over to the Twitch, wait to get monetized. That's just too much. You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, and I know you talk about this later, but who knows if we'll get there. You saying that you're going to go after reactors who cover your Patreon, that's a bad move. Because let me tell you something. That is also free advertisement for you, which at the end of the day equals money in your pocket. However you want to look at that, okay? When people react to your content, like they do Chantel, like they do Amber, they're helping keeping you relevant. So as soon as you go after creators and you start striking them, that's not going to encourage people to go to your Patreon and pay for your membership, okay? You need to understand that first, and it's at the top of the list. You can't go after people who cover your content because they are advertising for you. But I mean, you can. I wouldn't advise it as far as like a business move on your end, Then there's also merch. You maybe get yourself some merch going, and don't do like Chantel did, where she just slapped anything on fucking everything. Like limit yourself to like a couple of t-shirts, maybe some cups, maybe some stickers, and just fucking hustle. That's all you need to do. Like you're over here panicking and act like you're going to have a fucking 3 babies out on the street by tomorrow if you don't fucking have $3,000 in your PayPal by 7:00 tonight. Like, get the fuck out of my face with this bullshit. She has merch. It's her face. Well, she needs to advertise that shit. And let me tell you something. The first way to advertise your own merch, why are you not wearing that shit? Every time you go live, you should be wearing a t-shirt. Buy one of your own t-shirts and wear that shit if you really want people to buy it. Give them a reason to buy it. You're not even wearing your own shit.
Like I was doing it took me hours and hours and hours. I ended up abandoning the process where I was putting like links of certain videos I wasn't sure about into like a transcript website and like doing Control F and searching keywords.
She couldn't fit the apron from the merch. I would imagine she's going to need probably like a 6X t-shirt or some shit. Surely she went with a merch company who offers that. I don't know, man.
To like figure out certain videos.
Barely fit. She did buy it. Well, okay. Look, you can't wear the shirt. I understand, right? Get a cup. What else that she doesn't have to wear? She doesn't have to worry about not fitting her. Maybe a hat or something, bitch. I don't know.
Videos were safe or not. I ended up ditching that because I just was like, I'm gonna have to handle that another day. So then the videos where I could just tell by the title, it'd probably be a
You know what? Okay, back to the Amber Lynn situation, since we're talking about monetization and everything. A lot of people speculated that Amber, so I'm trying to think back. She got demonetized. It had to be after the 21st, right? I can't remember, but I remember hearing the date in my head and I was like, she's already banked her money for that month. They're not going to take it. Like once you hit a certain day in the calendar, your money is banked into your AdSense. And I know there's some people that will argue this, but my theory makes way more sense because Amber was even spotted at the bingo. You're not going to have me believe that Amber Lynn didn't get paid for a month and then there's motherfuckers at bingo and shit. I really honestly believe I would have to go back and look at the dates. I would have to go look at the dates because I told myself, I looked at the calendar and everything. I said, she's already banked her money. She's going to get paid. And the fact that she's been doing the least amount of effort, but again, that is Amber Lynn's personality, leads me to believe that she still got her last payout. I believe she got her last payout, but I could be wrong about that. Hey, Yulia. Work taking hours? No way, Rosie. Yulia, thank you for the support, honey. Good to see you. She is very stupid. You're not wrong about that.
safe bet based on the category. I should wipe them by category. That's what I started doing. So I had to manually download every video, organize all of them. I was so thankful the website I picked, they automatically put the YouTube title as a file title. That saved me a fuckload of time. But
I'm just trying to understand, like, the what's the big deal here? Yeah, you probably had a couple hundred videos to download and organize and re-upload. Well, what else are you doing? So you're trying to make money. You're trying to get content uploaded on another site so you can be like, hey, I want you all to come to my Patreon, and I'm not just going to send you to an empty Patreon. I'm also going to provide you guys content that, guess what? You can't see on YouTube anymore. So you need to come over here to my paywall on Patreon and see all this. Like, what's the problem? You're acting like you're out there doing yard work or something, lawn care.
then I had to upload.
Sitting at your $400 on payment laptop, and you're working on your channel, so you still have an income, and you're complaining about it. Hey, Toodles, good to see you.
All of those to Google Drive because I have such limited space on my laptop. And then I've been doing a bunch of stuff with the Patreon. Like I made a video. We're going live in 40 minutes on Patreon after this live. So if you want to go join now, you can come hang out with me while I make quiche and apple pie. And
Quiche and apple pie, huh? Ain't nothing gonna stop you.
And then, like, you know, I was also working on cameos and then trying to not get literally sick from stress because I have PTSD and very
Oh, for the love of fucking God.
severe PTSD. And I get physical symptoms when I'm this level of stressed out. I have not been.
Okay, so I believe Amber got demonetized on 11/19. So November, she would have lost that, right? But on November 21st, she should have still collected her paycheck from October. That's what I mean by that money had already been banked. So in my opinion, yes, Amber lost the month of November. Like they wiped that out because that money had not been what I would call banked. But she should have still received a paycheck from October. There were a lot of people saying that on November 21st, that she would not have received a paycheck. I believe that she did. I think that she got paid November 21st for October.
I have not felt like this in years. Twitch is, I have a Twitch account. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anyone.
I'll also say, Rosie, that I need to remind you that yes, your situation sucks. You lost your monetization. Your channel wasn't terminated. YouTube had the option to take away your monetization for 90 days or terminate your channel. You're not waiting until March to come back. You're done here. Just go away altogether. And again, you're in such a unique situation to where, again, your family is very supportive. You need to stop with the dramatics.
well enough that I personally trust to be like a moderator to help guide me through the process that like isn't a troll or potentially could be a troll. Like, I don't know who to ask to help figure out shit. Like, I have to put in the time to research it. I have to figure out how I would do a live from my phone to multiple platforms, or I'd have to use my laptop, which is just a whole other list of problems. And so there's a lot that I have to figure out, learn, and understand. So you can go, actually.
Thank God you've got nothing but time on your hands. Isn't that right, Rosee?
Because I'm not gonna have people be disrespecting me right now. I'm not dealing with your shit. So I just think that it's one of those things where I'm having to pick and choose where my energy goes.
Oh my
And
God.
Twitch is something that's not off the table, but people just yelling at me to go do different things and try different things. And Frankie, you only need 25 followers, which I don't know how many followers I have. I mean, if you guys want to go follow me on Twitch, I don't have it linked, but you can search me. I'm Quirky Love Rose on literally everything. 4 reoccurring viewers and 4 hours of streaming. Okay, that's good to know. Moonchild, thank you. I don't need a mod in YouTube. I'm good on YouTube mods. But yeah, so I'm going live right now, and I'm doing this right now because I promised my Patreons a live. I did make a video to kind of tie it because I was like just worried. Like a lot of people.
You know what? That's a good point. So notice how, I mean, I'm going to be honest again. Rosee seems to at least be putting in a little effort to try to keep things going. We just said all that because she's worried that she's not going to have money coming in. Like, totally understandable. So if you were to go to the doctor and get some pretty bad news, do you think that you would put this kind of work into your own health to lose weight, to change things? I got to be careful with what I say. Would you have the same reaction? Would you be as concerned if you went and you got a pretty bad diagnosis? Would you give a fuck as much as you give now? No, she would not. This is what feeds her addiction at the end of the day. That is when she thinks about losing this opportunity on YouTube that she has right now. The panic comes from, what am I going to do to maintain the 765-pound mass? That's where it comes from. Sugar Honey Iced Tea says she talks and streams a lot for someone, saying she's been busy with submitting job applications. I definitely believe that she's put in a couple. I really do. But as far as like going any further, I even will believe that she might, if she was offered a job, that she might entertain it for like a couple of days, and then she would get like really sick, and she would have chronic pain and all that. We just circle back to what we seen not that long ago. Sugar Honey Iced Tea, thank you for the support, hun. Hey, Brent, good to see you, hun. Amber needs to learn that wonky freaking keyboard if she wants to work in the courtroom typing. That's not going to happen.
People signed up for me initially. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Truly, like, I can't thank you guys enough. And yeah, but I know what StreamYard is, Dad. I've used it before.
Did you just hear that? I know what StreamYard is, Dad. I've used that before. So her dad is in chat. And I'm sorry. I just find that so weird. It's so weird that her parents are there, but okay.
Thank you, Sade. If people start pulling my Patreon content without with it being behind a paywall, I'm so busy right now I may not do anything about it, but just know that if and when I get the time to deal with it, I'm gonna deal with it. Because
maybe you shouldn't threaten people, Rosee, in your position. Maybe you should just not do that, considering you're about to have to be off YouTube for like 3 months. And you need the advertisement. You need people talking about you, especially you specifically. You're at the very bottom of the totem pole right now. So you might not want to do that. I mean, I do get where you're coming from to an extent, but coming from a business, thinking about, keeping you relevant, that's free fucking advertisement for you. Those people in those communities who watch these reactions to your Patreon, if those people want to raw dog you and watch you alone, then they'll do that. Reactors are going to make no difference on the amount of subscribers you have over there on the Patreon.
Because it's behind a paywall. And I'm not dealing with that shit. So anyway. Now, oh, Dad, I called you earlier. I just realized you were in the chat. I called you earlier. I guess you're up. But I need to talk to you after I'm done with the lives and stuff. So at this point,
do you know, with everything that just happened with Rosee and the absolute meltdown that she more than likely had over losing monetization? Oh, Nikki T is reacting to her Patreon live this afternoon. Oh, you guys are more than welcome to share Nikki T's link in the chat. Oh yeah. So when she lost her monetization, I'm sure she had an absolute meltdown. And I think it was even worse when she did her appeal and it was denied. And who do you think had to listen to that shit? Who do you think she was on the phone with or FaceTime with having said breakdown? I'm going to tell you who it was. It was her family. It was her mom and her dad. For whatever reason, they entertained Rosee in her very, very poor behavior. I don't get it. And I'll never understand it. I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but I could probably bet money.
I don't really want the unsolicited advice from Twitch right now. Like, I've got enough on my plate. So, there might probably come a time where I want to talk about that more.
Your plate's definitely full, sweetheart.
But as of right now, my focus is, I mean, I definitely need to like cook some stuff because we're kind of like,
this type of mentality is exactly how she got to over 600 pounds. I agree with that. They try to keep her calm. Well, them trying to keep her calm is the reason why she is the way she is present day.
Like just low on like food that's readily available to eat.
Oh no, tap it back. This part's great.
My focus is, I mean, I definitely need to like cook some stuff because we're kind of like just low on like food that's readily available to eat.
She needs to cook some stuff because food is low on what's available to eat. That's fascinating. I can't tell.
And so,
please don't. I've seen the clips where you just burp on stream. It's disgusting. Ellie Willie says that's a lot of confidence for a no job. That's fat. It sure is, Ellie Willie. And thank you for the super chat, girl. I appreciate you. I wonder why it's low. My guess is because she doesn't keep food more than likely on hand ready to eat, because her food that's on hand ready to eat, she has delivered per the DoorDash, and now she's unable to use those services, so she's got to go back to stocking the refrigerator.
But I need to just focus on making sure that like I eat and get my rest tonight.
You need to focus on eating and getting your rest tonight. It looks like you're doing plenty of those things, to be quite honest. Like seriously, not even coming from, any kind of negative place. You look like the type of person who gets plenty of sleep and plenty of food to eat.
For my job interview tomorrow, Wednesday. I promised that we were going to do the gingerbread building live. Wednesday's when I've decided to do that. And I may or may not. Okay, I totally understand, Glass. I appreciate.
I'm new to Rosee. What's her appeal? 700 pounds.
I understand that not everyone can sign up, especially in these times, can sign up for subscription services. I get it. But I have to reallocate my time to things that are gonna.
This is not how you handle this. This is not what you say to this person who's over there actually supporting you. If these people can't sign up for memberships, subscription services, you responding like this, like their view doesn't fucking matter, is what's gonna hurt you. God, you're so stupid. What you should have listen. Take close note, Rosee. Listen to what I'm about to tell you, okay? Chuck and his duck says, Roz sounds like Gary sometimes, at least to me. I'm at work stalking the bar and I thought you were dragging Gary for a second. Just me? Ooh, I don't know. Does anybody else think that Rosee sounds like Gary? I never really considered that, Chuck. We'll go back to dragging Dirt Neck eventually. I'm kind of bored of her right now. I needed something new, Thank you for the support. This is your opportunity to tell this person who's subscribed to your channel, who's in your chat, who's watching you, giving you watch time. Hey, I understand you can't afford to sign up for Patreon. That's okay. I'm going to be hosting free live streams on YouTube Mondays and Saturdays. And these are the times that you can find me outside of these paywall subscription services. It's really that fucking simple. So these people, oh, they're like, oh, well, fuck, I'm not here for that shit. I'm out. Count me out. You're not helping yourself in this situation, Rosee.
Okay, I totally understand, Glass. I understand that not everyone can sign up, fine, especially in these times, can sign up for subscription services. I get it. But I have to reallocate my time to things that are gonna help me get through this. So there's no way I'm gonna make everybody happy. There's no way that everyone's got their opinion on what I should or shouldn't do. And I can't just keep taking everybody's information and thinking that like I'm gonna do everything everybody says. Like it's too much. But yeah, Dad, did I tell you?
You've got 52,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel. This is free advertisement to at least bare minimum 52,000 subscribers on YouTube. And you totally missed the mark there. You did. You fumbled the ball.
I say this, I'm a little frazzled. After I'm done cooking, I need to talk to you about something about tomorrow.
$35. Are you serious? Holy shit. $35? Does anybody know how many members she has, just out of curiosity? Big Roz is not disappointing on the content for us. More issues than the Florida papers. Hey, MTG Kitty. She was given one piece of advice. $35 fucking dollars. That's crazy. So I'm going to tell you now, the majority of these people are not going to be able to sign up for the $35 Patreon content. So you don't want them just to leave. So you're going to have to provide them with something. And again, that was your opportunity and you fumbled the ball.
Forgot to text you. That's my bad. We're going to do the gingerbread live then. I may or may not be doing a live for my brother's birthday. I didn't get to go grocery shopping for his ingredients for his birthday dinner.
Oh my God. Are you really already starting when I don't have money for ingredients for your brother's birthday dinner? Well, where did your money go from your paycheck? You just got demonetized and you won't feel the effects of that until next month, ma'am. This is wild.
So I don't know what we're going to be able to do about that. Okay.
Jesus Christ. I'm secondhand embarrassed right now. I really am.
I understand, Glass. So
she's going to have morons over there who are just going to dump money into her PayPal so she can feed and so she can continue to maintain the 762-pound mass.
At this point, I forgot my notepad. I wrote stuff down on it. I think it's in my room. I just didn't.
I think she could be justified. Listen, if Rosee is really sticking the old content that she took down, and I mean prior to the YouTube rules and shit like that, like prior in the last month, like her older shit, if she's willing to put that content on Patreon, and considering her situation, if people really want to support her, I can say she's justified for 15 to 20, and even that's a lot. Even that is a lot, and that's stretching it. And maybe she could just make it a temporary price and offer these people something extra to go with it. But $35, you're going to run a lot of people off by even suggesting such a ridiculous price.
I don't have like the ground beef and stuff and I don't have enough Oreos to make his cheesecake. And so it's just like frustrating because like I don't even have enough money to pay all my bills right now.
Excuse me, we got paid November. Why do you not have enough money to pay your bills? Your demonetization doesn't start until next month. So everything should be paid at least for this month, right? Like you should be good. So you're just like, oh, there's a $5 tier. Okay. So you're just like Chantel. You're just broke. You just done spent it all. You done ate it all. Whatever, bro. I don't care.
Also, I have enough to like keep my phone on and handle a couple things. But I'm busting my ass just to try to, I'm not going to fucking cry. Absolutely not. Nope.
Oh my God. Are you about to lose your home? Are you about to lose your car? Are you about to lose your insurance? Are you about to have starving children in your home? Are any of these things happening to you? No. Oh, you live with in your parents' home. You can manage. Your brother works a full-time job. He's going to probably pay the bills like he has been doing for years since you've been squatting there. What the fuck are you crying about, hun?
Nope. Oh my God, this is so lame. Give me a second. I'm just stressed out. So hopefully the interview tomorrow goes well. I don't know a lot of details. So fuck.
Okay, so let me explain, Gore. Like, I want to make sure if this is what you're talking about. So Amber was supposed to get her paycheck in November for October, right? That should have already been sent to her AdSense. She should have lost all of November. Are you saying that you lost a month previous too? Because that's interesting. I thought that money was banked. Somebody else a long time ago had lost their channel, and that's basically the way that they described. They were like, yeah, I got the money from the previous month, but all that money from because they got terminated in the middle of the month, they lost it. Huh. That's interesting. Runs with Scissors says, don't know if anyone's brought it up yet. In AYS's last night, I wish I knew who it was. Rosee is listening to Drunk Chat GPT. I don't think I follow Runs with Scissors. Somebody tell me what they're talking about. Runs with Scissors, thank you for being a member for 13 months. Her and Chantel are twins begging for money to eat. And here's what's so... You've got your Patreon up and going. You've got your Cameo. You've got great advertisement on your YouTube to send people over to Cameo. You come on here, you do your content, you do it with a fucking smile on your face. You advertise your merch, you advertise your Cameo, you advertise something special for your Patreon, and then you should be fucking Gucci until you get remonetized in March. I'm just finding I'm having a hard time following. Oh, listening to Rosee is like listening to Drunk Chat GPT. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Oh my God, this is so lame. I can't get it together. I think the hardest part has been how stress sick I've been. I don't know if other people refer to it as that. That's what I call it. Okay. Like when you have, I don't know if you are someone who has PTSD or CPSD, more specifically CPTSD, how like stress just makes you physically sick. And last night it was like around 10 p.m.
Sir Como says, being broke is my fear, but begging online is worse. Sir Como, listen. There's no emergency, right? Like, I could justify if Rosee was about to lose her house, or if they're like if they were sitting there in the dark and they were freezing. I mean, okay. I mean, she's 700 pounds. Really, at the end of the day, what options does she have? You know, rattle your little cup. I'm having a hard time understanding what the fucking emergency is. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's doing okay. It seems like she's making the right moves somewhat, right? But the dramatics of it all, and this is what really kills me, is because I feel like this is all for the manipulation. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's where it starts to become really icky. And the talking about, oh, I don't have Levi's ingredients for his birthday meal. Oh, give me my bills. Like, come on, dude. Oh, it's just so icky. Sir Como, thank you for the support, hun. Misty says it's the best Christmas present ever. Yeah, but telling Rosee about herself. Thank you, dear leader. Thank you for being here for this, Misty. I appreciate you. I think I've given Rosee some great advice. You know, I've been a little mean here and there, but for the most part, you know, hey, I've even encouraged her. I said she's doing great. I don't understand the manipulation and the dramatics of it all. And put your big girl panties on. At some point in your life, I would imagine that we're all going to come across a point in time where we're going to have some PTSD. Rosee, believe it or not, the majority of the world is suffering with some kind of traumatic exposure and event that has occurred in their life, and we must go on. So put them big girl dirty panties on, Rosee, and keep on chugging, girl. Thank you, Misty. I appreciate you, girl. Miss Sassy Cat says nobody likes a lazy, greedy, whiny 700-pounder. I agree, Sassy Cat. I agree. We like to watch, or at least I do, but that's where it stops. She might be too embarrassed to admit she did all that work and she never got paid. Strawberry Punch says I have zero sympathy for her. Sorry, I'm sitting here drinking my iced coffee, reading the chat.
I had to literally like yell at myself and tell myself to stop working. Stop, like, just stop checking your emails. Stop responding to people. Stop doing, like, stop making, like, different content stuff. Stop thinking about this. Stop doing this. And I was like, okay.
That's the worst thing you need to do. No, you don't need to stop. You don't need to stop. You got to keep going. You got to keep hustling, Rosee. You got until March to reapply for your monetization. The last thing that you need to do right now is stop. Keep going, girl.
Okay, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to write down this to-do list for tomorrow. And then I need to just turn my fucking brain off. And just trying to make sure that I remember to eat, like, on a consistent.
I have no doubt that you have no problem remembering to eat, Rosee. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. All right. I'm just going to take a little guess here that you don't have any problem remembering to eat your meals.
Schedule, because I get so hyper focused that I'll go like 8, 9, 10, 12 hours without eating, and then that makes me want to just eat. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm kind of doing that anyways, big mama.
like, excuse me.
Ew.
Wash my hands with this. That's kind of gross.
Oh my God, she's sitting down to wash her hands. How does this work, bro? I feel it's, you know what? I feel like I'm shorter than these girls, because if I was to go put a chair in the kitchen, I don't think I could reach things properly. And I think I'm taller than all of them. It's so weird. Rosee, why don't you impress me and stand up? Okay. Buttercrumpet said, Rosee, you made a snack pack when you thought you were having a heart attack. It's so true, Buttercrumpet. I'll never forget that. Rosee is 5'6". Yes, I'm taller than her, but she might be taller than me when she's setting down on all that ass. I can't say Rosee was the reason I had my issues, but it was very conveniently timed. Oh, what do you mean? Are you talking about with the monetization problems?
And I've just been trying to prevent a fucking pain flare. And
are you drying your hands on that snot rag? You just blew your snot on that rag and you're about to dry your hands with them. See, you went over to wash your hands because you blew your nose into that pink rag there and you said, ooh, that's gross. I need to go show you guys that I'm not like Chantel and wash my hands because maybe some of the snot that I blew on the rag possibly got on my hands. Ooh, disgusting. I'm not her, guys. And then you roll back over and you pick up the same rag that you blew your nose into and you're drying your hands off with the said snot rag. Just so you know that. You're no different.
Yeah. So I'm just dealing with a lot. And none of it is good enough for most of... Oh, I shouldn't say that, but none of it is good enough for a lot of people. And yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you, Derry. Yeah, but I'm not going to give my tears to the trolls, Sarah.
There's a roll of paper towels by the sink. That's hilarious.
Thank you, Glass. Oh, no, I'm not.
Really, Gorlick? That's interesting.
Spiraling. Trust me. If I was spiraling, I wouldn't be alive right now. I'd be in the mental hospital, so.
You don't have insurance. I just want to remind you of that.
Rivers are meant to flow. That's a nice quote, Michael. But yeah, so I may or may not go live for my brother's birthday, like cooking stream. That's up in the air. I may or may not go live for Christmas. After that, I am undecided on the frequency of my lives on YouTube. I think it's going to depend on if and when I get a job. It's going to depend on how I'm doing, like physically, mentally, spiritually. Thank you, Mystic. Thank you, Anthony. It's really nice to see a lot of my like regulars here in the chat. I really appreciate you guys and I miss you guys. And this is hard. This is just hard. And I'm I'm trying to be positive about it. I'm trying to understand that, like, I really do believe everything happens for a reason. And I honestly, something in my gut is telling me that in the long run, this is a good thing. I don't know why, but like, I really, God damn it.
You mean like literally streetcar, the bigger head? I don't know, bro. Chantel's head is massive. It really is. Hers is pretty big too. But I think she's bigger in different places. Like Chantel has like very massive hands and her head is very massive. I would have to say if we're talking like outside of ego, I would say that Chantel has the bigger head for sure. What do you guys think? Streetcar, thank you so much for the support, hun. I know he just came in here and jumped in my lap. He's such a mama's boy now, man.
Yeah. Hey, Wesco, it's good to see you. But my brother and I will be going live in a couple days together. So I wasn't planning on crying today in this live. I didn't think this was going to happen. I'm sorry. I really don't want to cry.
Thinking back to the Sam's Hall and her being in Sam's Club and the scooter and the 6 bottles of ketchup. Do you remember the excitement of that video when it felt like Rosee was just so happy because she basically could buy whatever she wanted because she got a really decent YouTube check and she was just so thrilled. And I think Rosee knows at the end of the day, she's going to be okay. She's going to be able to survive and she's going to get through this. She only needs to get through until March. But it's just the thought of losing that when really, honestly, she just got to a point to be able to just throw it in the cart, throw it in the rolly cart. You've heard that song, throw it in the bag or whatever. It was the same thing for her going to the Sam's Club and throwing it in the wheelchair cart. And that's been taken away from her. And I think that's the part right now that hurts the most. So like Rosie's going to be just fine. Her living situation is going to be okay. Her family's going to help her out. But she definitely, as far as like her eating situation, that's absolutely changing. Nobody is going to, support that addiction.
Anna, I look like shit today, Anthony. I mean, you always compliment me like that, but like thank you, but like I look like ass.
I don't know why Rosee and Amber do not come together on Twitch, TikTok, and other platforms and do a Fat Girl podcast together. Mainly, in my opinion, is because of they tend to get jealous of each other, and normally they're fighting with each other, so they don't get along too well as far as doing content together.
I'm hanging on by a thread, and
also they're lazy. Like going online and sitting in their kitchen, that's pretty much the extent of it. You know, they used to do vlogs. Amber Lynn used to do vlogs. Chantel used to do vlogs. It used to be pretty somewhat decent content. But since they just found out that they can just sit in their kitchen and read chat, that's basically all they're willing to do. You know, doing podcasts and having topics and doing research and being committed to something is just way too complicated and too much work for any of them at this point.
When it comes to that shit, I was like, I washed my hair yesterday. Like, it's so fucking annoying, but like, I thought about doing it before I went live, but I was like, no, I'd rather do it later before my interview. So my hair looks very fresh and good for the interview. That's more important than this. So thank you, Brittany.
Here's the thing, Rosee. If you're looking to get a job and to keep this job even after March, then that's great. Especially because you have always talked about needing bennies, like you need health insurance. So finding a job that offers health insurance would definitely benefit you so much more than obviously YouTube or Patreon or anything like that. But if you're going to get this job, and then in March, when you get your monetization back, which again, I have to say, even if she gets a job and she gets hired, I don't think she'll have it very long. But let's play along, right? Let's say she gets employed. March rolls around. She reapplies for monetization. and they give it back to her. If your plan is to, once you get your monetization back, quit that job, then why bother? Why bother? Because you can maintain your lifestyle with the money that you're making and put more effort and content into growing your Patreon and keep advertising for your YouTube channel. It just won't make any sense. And all you're doing is going to be taking the company that you're applying for and going to work for. You're just wasting their time. It's just a big waste of fucking time. Hello, frequent flyer. What's the guarantee they will be remonetized? I really don't know. Anybody that I know who has lost their monetization, which is only a couple of people, they've always got it back. But again, that's just a couple of people. I don't know if that goes for everybody, you know? So we'll just see. As far as I know, most people get it back, but there's a possibility that they might look at their channel and say, we're not going to bother, especially if these girls aren't really uploading any kind of content. Like Amber Lynn has just completely stopped uploading content. I do think she'll get to her monetization back, but if I was her, I would be doing content for free. I don't understand why she wouldn't continue to do content. Same goes for Rosee. 90 days from the day that they were denied their appeal for their monetization, I believe that they can reapply.
This is just hard. Like, of course it is. Like, it would be so fake for me to sit here and be like, everything's hunky-dory and fine. Like, it's fucking not. I'm just trying to figure out what I can do in the short term. So, like I said, there's a lot that I'm thinking about.
I have no idea why she was denied. She might have said.
Not gonna lie.
But that's the thing. And again, like people who have had their monetization taken away, they always say that they get denied for their appeal. And then after the 90 days, it goes through. So we'll have to see.
Watching you as a hater, and I actually love your content and personality. I hope you get monetization back. Why is that gonna make me cry? Oh shit, that's the comment that broke me. Wait, actually, I'm not even joking.
That's the comment that broke her, guys. That's it.
Ah, thank you. Thank you, Birdie. Okay, yeah, now I'm full on crying.
The Baroque no Yummy. Did you rebrand there?
I'm kind of eating my words right now from like, what was it, like 5 minutes ago?
That's the snot rag. Just so you guys remember, that's the snot rag. Well, that's the thing, Angelica. I'm not a fan of anybody, like of Chantel or Amber or Quirky, but I like to watch the train wreck. I enjoy watching people I dislike more than I enjoy watching. That's Yamano Zami. Watching people that I like when it comes to this community. Okay, like there are creators that I watch, obviously, that I watch because I enjoy their content, but like in this community, outside of reactors and stuff, like the girls, I don't actually enjoy them or like their personality. I just want to see the shit show. It's fascinating. That's it.
You know, it's kind of weird. I actually have I had one moment.
Like if I didn't know anything about the backstory of this situation and she hadn't told me anything and I seen this woman and all I knew that what she just lost, like basically her YouTube income, I would think that, oh my God, she can't pay rent. She's not going to be able to pay her electric. She's got little Bobby Jr. in there. He's 3 months old. He needs formula. What's she going to do to buy diapers now? That's what I would get by watching her reaction to losing her YouTube monetization. So again, it's just pure fascination. That's it.
Where like I got deep in my feelings, but I've been so busy, I haven't really been crying. It's been so frustrating seeing people because I've seen a few things here and there because like obviously with getting demonetized and stuff, I'm being talked about more in different spaces, and some people are really trying to dogpile, so I've just been trying to ignore it.
Oh, for the love of God. It's giving crisis. That's right, babe. That's exactly what it's giving. It's giving crisis.
Because they thrive in the chaos and the hate. And they love, they find misery as entertainment. So.
I mean, if that's what you're getting out of this, then so be it, Rosee.
Don't be a Kardashian, be a Rosee. Tiago, what? But yeah, that's the comment that got me. Aries. Oh, man. Some people are just cruel. They'll bend your back until it breaks. Yeah.
Such an inspiration, bro.
That's sweet, Clara, but I can't send that information.
No, that's right. She got a call. Probably a bill
Can you hear and see
collector.
me? Hello?
We're going to need our payment
Okay,
on that laptop, big girl.
okay, can you guys hear and see me? Can you hear and see me? Hello?
Good.
I got a phone call from a number that I know I don't need to answer. So it wasn't like a job interview.
No, it wasn't a job interview. It was Afterpay they wanted their 7th payment.
Thank God. Not the mom finger. Roxy, I really appreciate you saying that. I think in the future I may do readings where I don't charge for fun. But I mean, I've already started it. May as well. The issue is charging people in the state of Florida. So, but Rosee, keep your head up, keep smiling, keep moving forward. You are surrounded by love and light. The haters will feel the wrath of God soon enough. You are loved. Thank you, Freya. I don't have a lot of experience with oracle cards. You know, I got a lot of shit for the note taking and stuff, and I explained it at the top of the live that
They want their $4 for a payment.
when I was doing the cameos.
I know you were getting your DoorDash on payments, Rosee. Show us. That's the kind of shit that I'll pay. Listen, you want to know how you want to know how you're going to get me to sign up for Patreon for $35 a month? I'm gonna tell you, and I promise you, if you make a video and you show me all of your afterpays for DoorDash, I will sign up for your $35 a month Patreon. Say less. Show me.
I didn't record that part because it was just me writing for some time. But people express and users.
If you just show me your DoorDash deliveries, I'll pay the $35, but you're going to have to make it worth it. Okay. If you want the community to come over and pay the $35, I don't want to see you just sitting in your kitchen crying about your monetization. No, baby, you're going to have to work for it. Show me your door. You got a Ring doorbell, Rosee? Well, do you? Speak up.
Spirituality in different ways.
You just let me know. All right. And don't tell me I didn't help you out in this stream. No appreciation around here whatsoever. I swear to God.
And some people work better in imagery. Some people work better in literal words and in other ways. And for me, words like I struggle to like explain it verbally, I feel sometimes, but they mad you literate. And I like to collect my thoughts and reflect, and it makes it more accessible to me with my different like issues.
She carries a knife to the door. What is she gonna do? What is the plan, Rosee? I gotta know. So if there's an intruder, a bad man, when you open up the door, what happens after you open up the door and you've got this knife in hand? Like, seriously, how are you gonna stick and move, big girl?
And stuff. And there was someone that said something to me. I think it was a comment that I got that was like, you know, everyone expresses their spirituality differently. Yeah, I'm a big journaler too myself.
That's a waste of fucking time.
Thank you, Kaylin. Appreciate it.
Nah, bro. Yesterday on TikTok, shit, they almost got me sold on being a journaler. Is that how you say it? Doesn't matter. It sounds good to me. So I've been seeing a lot of the Grinch boxes or whatever openings. I don't know. It's fucking stupid, right, at this point. But this girl who what did she call it, babe? Like junk journaling or something like that. So it was a big old thick book, and she opened it up to a page, and she cut like a piece of the Grinch sock, and she cut a piece of the Grinch Happy Meal, and she cut a piece of like. She put the pickle pack in there, and she cut Max the dog, and it looks so fucking cool. And I'm like, dude, in like 20 years, you know, when you're just going through and you're looking at your memories, that shit is cool. To be able to actually physically see the package, Like, oh, that's so much different. That's so much more like creative. I can get down with that. It just so much cooler, and it's just right there in your book. I loved it. I'll have to show you guys. Maybe I'll link it today on Twitter. Yeah, Kiva, it looked really cool, and I was like, dude, I can totally get down with this. Like, I used to be when I was a teenager, and I go to movies with my friends. The thing we would always save our tickets or whatever. They were like memories. We're not going to throw these away. Well, eventually you just got a bunch of movie tickets. And I tend to do that with the kids whenever I take them to movies. I'll just stick our movie because I've just always had that mindset. I'm just gonna stick it in my desk drawer. Then I just have a bunch of tickets. But imagine like taking that ticket and put it in a journal, and maybe you got, I don't know, something from the movie theater from that day, and you cut it out and you put it like that's so much cooler, you know? I don't know. That's a great idea. You have all your concert stubs. Hell yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna be going live in about 25 minutes on Patreon. So this live, I'll have to end it in about 20 minutes. But obviously I've been yapping this.
What Freya say? They are cool, but you will spend $1 million and force someone to everyone else. Okay, Duping Delight. Thanks for being here. More stuff to throw away. What do you mean? No. Amber literally just collects junk. This is being creative and not actually just hoarding a bunch of shit. You cut out what you want from that memory, you put it in that notebook, and then you can part with it. I think it's great.
This whole fucking time I've had a lot to update you guys on.
Who wasn't Amberlynn putting her snack wrappers in a journal? Yes, she was.
Yes, I kind of could tell that from your profile pic. Hello, I'll just call you Pluto now. Clock that T. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know, man. Like, it's just I
Shut up.
I wish I could go back in time and change a couple small things. Your yapping is our safe space. It's your producer name. That's cool. I wish I could
Jessica says, I thought that was just scrapbooking. I mean, probably the way I don't know anything about scrap. I mean, I know a little bit, right? But the way that the TikTok, she called it junk journaling. That's just why I said that, because that's how the TikTok person said it. And it was really cool.
go back in time and
yeah, it's no different from keeping a memory box. You're just doing something creative with things instead. Yeah, it was really cool, man.
with the knowledge that I know now, change how I ran things. And I wish I could
Who doesn't think like that for the most part, Rosee? Most people think like that.
go back to, what was it, 2022? 2020.
Oh, I wish I could go back to a younger me and tell that younger me everything that I know present day. Like, put that snack cake down, big girl, or you're going to end up in weight loss surgery and they're going to take 90% of your stomach. You probably don't want to do that. If I could only go back in time.
21? No, I'm in 2020.
Hey, Missy.
And
You've got a load of stickers and things in your Amazon basket to do it. I got to clear my Amazon cart today. Oh my God. It's just such a mess.
not engaged in certain things from the beginning.
Amber did junk journaling and it all had food wrappers in it. That's her memories, food.
But I can't do that. So
Now, my younger me would have told me to fuck off. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to eat that cupcake and I don't give a shit what you say. You're old. What do you know? I probably would have knocked the shit out of younger me. You want a snow globe too? Dude, I didn't know, like, I guess it makes sense, but I didn't really know that you could actually like create your own snow globes. I'm totally invested. I'm going to get through the end of the year. I got other projects I'm working on, and I'm going to consider the junk journaling, aka scrapbooking, and possibly getting into some kind of snow globe creation. I feel like we could get really creative with that. Rosee reminds me of the old school butchers who would hang pig heads in the window of our shop, of our local butcher, would put sunglasses and hats on them. Oh my God. Rosee has a really meaty head. She does. And I don't disagree.
I'm going to just quickly address that comment I deleted by saying this.
Hey, Atlanta.
I was scrolling on Twitter, and I think that anyone for any reason
Uh-huh.
that is posting my prior adult content that I have long since scrubbed from my side of the internet. Of course, the internet's forever.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let her finish, and then I'll address it.
Is deplorable, disgusting, heinous, and evil, because my consent for that has long since been revoked. And anyone talking about those things, engaging in them like they're relevant at all to my current reality, I think that you're disgusting for it. I don't.
First of all, who the fuck do you think you are? You profited off of that content. You put that content out. Okay. You don't get to say that people cannot engage in conversation about the insanity of that content that you willingly put out as an adult. Furthermore, I don't know exactly how it works. I would imagine it's the same. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Let's say that you're 27 years old and you decide that you're going to engage in adult film. Okay. And then, you're 37 and you regret it. And that's a shame, right? Sorry that happened to you, but the content is out there. It belongs to somebody else. People have bought for it. They've recorded it. They're going to watch it. They're going to share it. They're going to talk about it. That is called consequences of our own actions. You don't have the right to shame people for talking about content that you sold on the internet. If you regret that, again, hold your own self responsible so you don't go forward in this life, Rosee, when you get desperate as fuck to make those same mistakes. Who are you to set up here and call people degenerates for content that you put out on the internet? Why don't you think about what that says about you as a person? Who do you think you are? Seriously, to tell people that they can't even engage in conversations about you rubbing cake all over yourself, that's disgusting. And so what? I can talk about it. That's my opinion. It's gross. You didn't think it was gross when you were making money from it, did you? When you sat on that talk show and really rated yourself an 8 or a 10 or some weird shit like that. You were so proud of yourself at that moment. Get out of here with that. Bertha Boyle says you can't rewrite history, Rosee. It's on the internet. Did you upload it? Fuck around and find out the hard way. Exactly. Bertha, thank you for the super chat, hun. Fuck out of here. Hey, Nana Spike T.
I don't even know what else to say.
And this is why people are out here rooting for your downfall. In case you're confused, people out here saying good on Rosee. She shouldn't get monetized on YouTube. It's because of statements you make like that make no sense whatsoever. That's why people are out here preying on your fucking downfall.
I just had to block and move on, but
why are you constantly fishing around Twitter to see what people are saying about you? You're not going to tell me that you were scrolling Twitter, scrolling your followers, and all of a sudden it came up on your page, people talking and discussing the videos that you put out. I'm assuming cake videos or whatever sexual content that you put out back in the feeder days or whatever. How do you get to that? You got to go looking for it. You wanted to see it. You wanted to expose yourself to that when you should have been figuring out how to get $3,200 so you could get your license and be a tarot reader. Unbelievable. Where's your mother? Where's your mother at a time like this?
Those conversations are not going to happen on my channel. So
we're not trying to have them on your channel, are we? You're seeking them out on Twitter.
And anyone engaging in that content is engaging in things that I find traumatic. And
nobody cares. You can do all this manipulation and dramatics and traumatics and PTSD. We don't care, nor do we care your opinion about us. Let's also add that. We don't care, okay? We don't care what somebody thinks who would love to be diagnosed with, autism, so they can sit around and collect a disability check that they don't fucking deserve and get free healthcare. We don't care. Okay, those are people we think very little of. People out here trying to scam the system and claim that they have a disability so they don't have to go to work or they can get free healthcare. Those are the kind of people that we, ma'am, Miss Ma'am, you think that are degenerates. Just so we're clear. Okay?
And things that are based in my trauma and my trauma responses, and things I can't take back, obviously. But
yeah, you're right. Healthcare should be free anyway, but it's not. And the majority of us, especially if we're not disabled or low income, we have to pay. And we have to pay a lot. So somebody like Rosee, who has no excuse not to go out here and get a job so she can get health insurance, shouldn't be out here beating the system because she wants to be diagnosed with autism. I agree. Sure, there should be free healthcare, but unfortunately, that's just not how it is over here.
it's not going to be discussed here in detail for any reason.
Well, that's why we're talking about it on Twitter. We don't want to talk about it on your channel.
Yeah, like I said earlier, people are dogpiling. So.
Oh, love God. You don't get personal or private insurance because it's too expensive. She doesn't want to pay the money for the private insurance. She would rather try to go and be diagnosed as having some kind of disability. That's why not long ago she pulled that shit with her hands, talking about her hands just won't work, because that's one of the ways that you can be diagnosed with a disability. I don't know. Sam knows more about it. She was telling me about it, and it made sense the way that she was saying it. And that tells me that Rosee has read up on certain things and knows certain things to say when she does go to the doctor, when she's seeking out certain diagnoses. Rosee is really, at the end of the day, in my opinion, a scammer.
Yeah, exactly, Lauren. And like I said, my consent has long since been revoked.
That's unfortunately not how it works.
People change and grow from their past, from mistakes. If you don't learn from them, then that is where a problem is. I agree, Dad. Yeah.
Your dad's in there while you're talking about that. That's so embarrassing.
We all things from our past we regret. People should think about if they want.
Why don't you revoke your consent to have 7 DoorDash deliveries a day? Did you ever consider that? Or did YouTube do it for you?
Their past aired out. Yeah, man. And let this be a lesson to anyone listening, especially maybe if you have like teen kids or just kids in general that are going to become teenagers and young adults.
I'm sorry, tap that back. Come again.
We all things from our past we regret. People should think about if they want their past aired out. Yeah, man. And let this be a lesson to anyone listening, especially maybe if you have like teen kids or just kids in general that are going to become teenagers and young adults. And I heard this warning many a times, and I did not take credence to it because
my kids decide to become 700-pound death fats, and as adults make some content that they're eventually going to regret. Don't fucking come crying to the internet because you made a mistake. You did that. You're better off just not acknowledging it and act like it never happened. But it's out there and ain't shit you can do about it, kid. Yeah, don't speak on the youth for sure.
I did not care. I was so self-destructive. I did not give a fuck. But the internet is forever.
I mean, it looks like things have not changed. By the looks of it, ma'am, odds are you still don't give a fuck about anything.
And back then,
what about your life and your life choices and your situation says you give a fuck? What do you have going for you at all? Like, what is your goal in life? You're squatting in your grandparents' house. You're getting afterpay payments on a $400 laptop. You're buying 6 bottles of ketchup at Sam's Club a month. Like, where do you see your life going? How is your life any better now than it was when you were doing that kind of content? If anything, hell, I would imagine you probably had something to wake up to every day. At least you have something to do. I mean, I'm not going to say it was the best thing in the world, but compared to just laying around, rolling in your chair, you act like you've really improved anything. Newsflash, ma'am. No, you haven't.
Then I had so little will to live.
Oh, I'm going to throw the whole fucking computer out the door. So, okay. So, right. So then you had no will to live and things are completely different now. I look in this kitchen, in this outdated kitchen, no offense, but all I see is fucking depression. I would sleep 95% of my day if I live like this, just sitting around. I don't see any sunlight coming in. I don't see any light on in the living room. I see nothing to fucking live for there. No care, no decoration. You're in your kitchen, you're rolling around. It's a filthy mess, and so are you. No wonder your mentals are so bad off. You look at the lighting in your house, dude. Show me your bedroom. Show me where you spend the majority of your time outside filming. Because I know it's got to be bad. Show me the rappers. Again, I'll pay $35 on Patreon to see it. Swear to God.
I did not care. And I care now.
Yeah, I don't think so. I just disagree. I hard disagree, man.
And I care for my past self too. And I wish that I could have cared then. So,
I mean, can we get something? Like, can we get, I care about myself and I care about my content and I care about my subscribers and the people who show up on Patreon? Because I don't see that. I'm looking there and I'm like, this is definitely not a person that gives a fuck. Not one care in the world. The only time you cared was when you were panicking and you were doing your tarot and you wrote out that handmade note and stuck it to the counter with $20 readings for tarot, whatever. You might have cared a little then, but that's it. I just don't see it. Is it just me? Do you guys see it? Because I don't see shit. I see depression.
But that be a warning.
This is morbid. All of this is morbid. I couldn't be in somebody's home with this kind of lighting, this kind of filth. I can only imagine the smell. Sorry.
To what you do and engage on the internet. Don't do crazy shit before your prefrontal cortex is developed. The worst part is some of the worst shit I did, my prefrontal cortex was developed. But I started it before then. Like my first toes in the water, if you will, I was like 21. Which is why when I was in my later 20s, I just didn't care because I was like, oh, it's already all out there. That's how I justified it at the time, you know? Yeah, thank you, Shara. People that try to keep people down because of things they did in the past, but have made changes or just not dealing with the rot within themselves. Clock that, T-Dad. God damn. Oh, I'm not...
She was talking to her dad. Oh, wow, my dad, dude. Say it again. Clock that, T-Dad. Bro, I'm just gonna be real honest with you, Papa Quirky. It's weird. It's really, really weird that you're involved in this. That's just me, though.
Yeah, thank you, Shara. People that try to keep people down because of things they did in the past, but have made changes or just not dealing with the rot within themselves. Clock that, T-Dad. God damn. Oh, I'm not on all chat. Oops.
Clock that, T-Dad.
Live's almost over anyway.
Right, girl.
But I think new studies came out that our brain ends. Thank you, new name. The world is like, they latch on to aspects of people that happened 3, 4, 10 years ago and act like it's relevant to who they are today.
It absolutely is, though. That's the whole point about watching Chantel's old content, looking at her content now. Same with you, same with Amber. It's to show that there is no change. If anything, you go backwards. It's a pattern. Bertha Boyle says Corvid Opera named him the Roz father. That's a fucking banger. Bertha Boyle, thank you so much for the support. Clock that, T-Dad. Oh my God, I can't even believe she said it. It's so embarrassing. Listen, that was a fucking banger. I don't care what anybody says. I know not everybody is a Quirky fan, but I tell you what, there was more entertainment packed in that hour live stream that we got through 47 minutes than Chantel has basically provided since she's been back home in Canada. because she's too busy chasing around Salah and trying to get back in war-torn Syria. Love that for you, girl. Thank you all so much for showing up, showing out as always. We will be here same time, same place tomorrow. Love you guys so much. See you next time. Bye.